There we go.
Lovely. All right.
Well,
How do you want to do this?
I guess I have a name and he has a name, so let's
Yeah.
should probably say
I was
the
gonna,
name.
I was gonna say, man.
My name's Aiden.
And I'm Daniel, and welcome to the DNA podcast.
Yeah.
There you go, mate. Really a good team, brother.
Yeah.
We was finishing each other's sentences.
Yeah, mate, it's gonna be like that, isn't it?
Yeah, it's gonna be a little romantic. What do you reckon? What do you reckon, man?
Oh, we better shut this camera off.
Actually, no, we need it on. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
anyway,
yeah.
let's. We're gonna try to keep this PG. We're talking about football. For now. Let's
maybe
see what happens.
our X-rated site will come out one day.
I was gonna say maybe this will venture off into something serious. Who knows?
No, yeah.
Look, man, we're looking into each other's eyes for too long now. Let's talk about football.
That's what we're here for. We've
Now,
got two teams right here.
yeah. So in case you didn't know, we obviously support the
These are
teams
our
that we're
teams.
wearing, the colours we're wearing at the moment. Yeah, I've got nothing really to brag about. I see you wearing that.
Oh, not at the moment. Maybe when this came out.
I was gonna
But-
say, yeah, the
2021 champions, but
but
not these days.
like, you know, at the end of the day, I can't really say much recently, can I? Apart from what was the last trophy we won?
You
there
kept
for a
Ronaldo.
club? Hurry up, man. Yeah, that is a big achievement
It
in
is.
itself. Let's
Yeah, it
be
is.
honest. Like, we're in Europa League football this season, and you know, I just don't understand how on earth that transfer didn't eventuate. Him going to either, you know, Saudi Arabia or another
Yeah,
European giant.
he turned out a lot of money there, didn't he?
Dude, it was
Yeah.
like 2 point something mil a week. It was like in euros, and then you're like, that's a disgusting amount of money, man. Like,
I love football and all, but I'm taking that money.
you're retired after 2 years.
Yeah.
Like, as a look,
I'm sure
obviously
he's
he
already
worked
got
to
the
that
money.
point.
He's already got the money. Like,
He's got the money, I understand that, but that's what's, I don't know, yeah, obviously that's not what drives him. Like,
Yeah.
he's one of the greatest of all time. Like, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Like, we can't really deny that. You know, we'll get into that topic about who potentially is the greatest. I think in our generation, anyway, it's hard to measure who's the greatest. I think it's better to
Yeah.
ask, probably our fathers or something, or you know,
Yeah,
our uncles
yeah,
about what they felt, because like back then, you know, they're watching George Best and
yeah.
You
I know,
know-
my dad says Maradona.
married. Yeah, I think he has to be top three. Has to be, but
yeah, but it's,
take
yeah,
the-
it's tough basketball. We didn't watch that.
no, yeah, exactly. Like, we'll watch his highlights, but like at the end of the day, you watch any player's highlights, you look at
watch Olivier Giroud's highlight reel, bro. Unreal.
he's bro, that guy, man. Honestly,
that guy's better than our 9, bro.
yeah, he's been, yeah. Honestly though, he's had a pretty enriched career. Like, I think
Yeah.
I think he's, I'm not gonna say he's underrated, because you know his achievements show like exactly what he's putting. He's won the
Europa
World
League,
Cup, Champions League. Exactly
World
right.
Cup, yeah.
He hasn't won the
The Prem. That's the only thing.
top. What's he top scorer in the Prem? No, he was in the French league.
When was he in the French league?
Come on, bro. We can't
was
release
he
this
in
now. No, it was in the before.
No,
So
when I started
before he went to
watching-
Arsenal,
When
he
I
was
started watching, he was at Arsenal.
Arsenal. Yeah. So he was. Forgot which French team it was, bro.
Oh, was
They've
it
got
like Lille?
whoever's listening to us right now. They have to forgive us. Like, it's a French league at the
Yeah.
end of the day.
Yeah.
Like, no one is keeping.
I'm 23 years old. All right, I started watching 8 years ago.
I was gonna say we probably should have
Like,
made that obvious. Like, when
yeah.
exactly? I can't talk.
I was a bit late. I was a bit late to football.
Look, man.
It's not the biggest culture in Australia.
It's not.
There's bigger cultures here for sport.
There is. Like, at the end of the day, we're
AFL,
doing this
yeah.
to, you know, talk about, you know, what we feel about football, but
Yeah.
also learn. Like, at the end of the day, like, we don't know.
I came to my senses. All right, it's the biggest sport in the world.
Yeah, exactly. We
Right?
over here.
I understand it now.
Over here, you know, when we're
Yeah.
growing up, you think AFL's the biggest
Yeah.
sport in the world, and
Yeah.
honestly, man, it's crazy. How that's gaining traction, like AFL across the world. But anyway, that's another
Yeah.
topic.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe we end up talking
Yeah.
about that soon enough. But stick to football.
Yeah.
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 Anyway, so Giroud was
Yeah.
top
Yeah.
scorer in the French league, and that's what made Arsenal pick him up, because he
Yeah.
was seriously, like, he had a lot of potential, and I think he fulfilled most of it. I think
Yeah.
for the player he is, he was never like quick. He was just a great poacher, great technical skill, like for a forward, really good on the ball. and finishing like I said, Poacher. He's unbelievable forward. I think Olivier Giroud, especially at his time at Chelsea, the Champions League like that. It's just something about him and these knockout tournaments. You know what I mean?
He carried us for a little bit there. I remember Eden Hazard called him the best target man in the world.
There you go, man. There you go. And you can't ignore what these players say either, you know?
Yeah. Maybe if he had more pace on FIFA, he'd be a bit more recognised.
Oh, look, hey, that's what shits me though, man. Yeah. Honestly, like a lot of people base their knowledge on FIFA stats, and
I used to do that.
Yeah,
used to do that. Except I don't play FIFA anymore.
Don't you?
Nah.
What?
I didn't buy the last one.
You know what?
Because it's pissed me off too much, and I finally broke the damn curse.
It's the good, man. You know, I have never broke the curse. I'm still pretty addicted, if I'm honest. But I was just on career mode. Like I can't do online.
Career mode is fun.
I do the opening packs. Like, you know, you pre-order it, you get your packs.
Those FIFA points drain my bank account at some points.
I'm not even gonna start to talk about how much I spent on. I remember specifically FIFA 18. I used to, with the boys. I used to play online with, man. It was disgusting. Yeah. It wasn't right. Like I reckon I could have bought a house by now.
Oh yeah.
If I'm honest, 25 years of age, no house. So
complaining about not being able to buy a car these days or a house.
I would if there's a lawsuit against. If there's a lawsuit against EA, I'm definitely going to be a part of that class action. That's for certain. But let's see what happens. But look, I think at the end of the day, like we're saying. We're here to learn. We're here to talk about football. We're not here to base it off what we hear. We're also here to base it off what we watch. You know, what the games we watch. Because I feel like there's a lot of people out there that talk a lot about football off of quick 3-minute highlights, and they don't understand what players do off the ball, how teams are structured, how teams, you know, in essence, how they play, how they operate. And I think like. Teams that are negatively geared in a way, and when I say that, I mean like your Jose Mourinho's and your Eddie Howe's, like they back off the ball a lot, but they're electric on the counter attack. Same as Leicester perfected that. Leicester absolutely perfected.
It was ridiculous.
Like they just had the right players at the right time. Of course, we're talking about the year they won, but all
the Vardy, Mahrez, Kante. But it was even other players, even fucking Robert Huth, Wes Morgan, Danny Simpson, Robert Fuchs. They were all just playing out of their skin for a season.
Robert Huth, that guy's career was done.
Bro, Danny Drinkwater.
King? I forgot his first name because he was only around for how long? But King, that guy was playing with Leicester from when they were like in the second division. Like they were looking like Leicester were a top Premier League team. Back in the 90s, man. Late 90s, early 2000s, I believe. I believe. So when I talk, I'll say I believe. If I'm wrong, I'll hear it out. No stress. And hopefully I'll remember. But, Leicester, that team, like, it just no one realised what that football can do for a club. It doesn't matter how boring it may seem. If it brings you success, like, you should be happy. Yeah. You know?
Might go back down again now.
Leicester?
Yeah.
Brendan Rodgers,
They're looking dodgy.
Bro, honestly, bro, like, that team, I watched them against us. And I hated how United were back after that game. And I was like, no, it's like that Leicester team is dog shit. Excuse the French.
Chelsea's been struggling, and we outplayed them with 10 men.
Yeah. I think it's just like the thing with Fofana, and
Kasper Schmeichel.
Bro, what happened there?
They didn't sign a replacement. Rodgers is like I forgot Callum Ward, I think his name is. Or something Ward. His name's Ward.
He's the keeper now,
Yeah. We're just gonna let him play.
Yeah. What? Who gets rid of a starter like Kasper Schmeichel, Premier League winning keeper? He's played like in the latter stages of the Champions League, and you don't replace him. You let him go on what was a free? Was it a free?
Might have been a free.
If it was a free, they just let the contract run down.
If it wasn't a free, it was not much.
It wasn't much at all. But
Probably.
There's no way he would have left that club just like that.
Yeah. At least they got a fee for Fofana, but
now, like at the end of the day, Fofana?
They didn't get a replacement for him.
His first game was pretty. His first game was pretty shaky though. What's the
Yeah,
Champions League?
The whole Chelsea team has been shaky. He didn't play. He didn't play last night or this. But it's this morning. It was 5 a.m.
Yeah.
But Graham Potter's first game in charge, he didn't. Fofana did not start.
Really?
Neither did Koulibaly.
Koulibaly.
I'll take you through the lineup in a minute. But
Yeah. I'd love to hear it because I think Graham Potter going there now. I think whatever issues there were, I think it came at a good time in terms of his introduction to the team because obviously any team, any club that sacks their manager, there's going to be room for improvement.
Yeah.
But there are players in that team, like your Koulibalys who just came in.
Yeah.
If you're telling me he didn't play this morning, which is I'm not going to say it's unheard of, but Koulibaly was a major investment for your club, and I feel like you give him time and to adjust, but it seems like he's getting in there now, Potter, and he's like, nah, this is this is the way I want to do it. A lot of managers come in, they sort of play it safe, and they don't want to mess with like the dynamics of the group. Yeah. But it seems like I don't know. There's only one game in.
Yeah, so I think the reason Tuchel got sacked wasn't so much for the performances. I think the performances was more of an excuse to sack him.
Yeah.
Because I think he wasn't getting along with Bowley and the new new ownership. Because they wanted, going back to Ronaldo, they had the Ronaldo deal. So the ownership, Bowley, had the Ronaldo deal almost done.
Yeah.
And last minute, Tuchel's like, no, I want Aubameyang. So I'm like, I don't know about either of them. I want to give our backup, Armando Broja, I want to give him a go.
Yeah, apparently he's decent.
Yeah.
Apparently he's very decent.
Yeah. And so apparently Tuchel wanted more of he wanted to just focus about what's happening on the pitch, the games.
Yeah.
And then the new ownership, they wanted to be like, oh no, we want you to have more of a role in signing players and hiring a new sporting director and doing this and doing that and doing this and that. And then they basically just ended up not getting along. And so a few little dodgy performances is just an excuse to be like, all right, you're done.
Worrying signs though.
Yeah.
Worrying signs in terms of ownership. Like just this week, we'll come back to the game. But I'm just saying, like, this week, what's been said amongst the ownership in terms of not MLS, sorry, like an NBA All-Star game.
Yeah, that was a bit.
I don't know about that. They're just trying to monetize, like, as the Americans do.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to fault the American way of how they approach their sport. They earn a lot of money in terms of sponsorship and advertising because of how many people watch it, because of the excitement factor. But I don't think that belongs to football. I just don't think it does. I don't think it does. I think it's more of like I don't want to say gentlemanly sport, but it deserves more respect than that.
Yeah. No, it does.
I feel.
But would you watch it?
That's what the World Cup's for, mate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's where the wow factor I get out of football. World Cup, Champions League. That's what.
Yeah.
Why am I saying World Cup for the Champions League? Oh, I'm sorry. World Cup's every 4 years, but when obviously he's talking about something that's more frequent, and Champions League is that. I feel it is that All-Star
it is.
league. Like I think it's a better thought system too, because like at the end of the day you have players that gel together all the time, and it's the best quality of football you'll get.
Yeah.
You know,
playing that one-off game wouldn't go down like that one.
Why? What is there?
I saw like a mock-up like prediction of what the potential lineups would be if it was to happen, and it was basically the best 11 of City, United, and Liverpool. Versus the best 11 from Chelsea, Arsenal, and Tottenham. And I'm like,
but that's what it's like in the NBA though.
Yeah,
like they play just like the main starters. Because let's be honest, it's only 5 players each lineup. I get that, But this football, I think there might be room to open it up. Who knows?
I don't know,
Who
but
knows?
yeah, the thing about the NBA one is all of those players, they don't take that game seriously.
It's
They
just
just
like a
use it-
Harlem Globetrotters game. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? It's like
yeah,
they
they
just
take the
throw the
piss,
ball
yeah.
up. They fucking slam it down.
It's a bit of fun.
Yeah,
Isn't
exactly.
that when they do like the dunk contests and all that as well? I think?
What? Yeah, exactly. What
Yeah.
you're going to start
just a
introducing,
big
like shots from the halfway line as well, dude. It's a massive circus.
Yeah,
like
I
it
don't
sounds
know.
like a big circus when it comes to football,
Too
but
much, too much.
look,
It's not football.
it's not.
Not
the
the
Chelsea
DNA.
owners need to sit back and they gotta understand the environment they're in, and that I think
Yeah,
can be
they'll get
applied
it, they'll
to
get
the United
Yeah.
ownership as
Yeah.
well, the Liverpool ownership. They've done well in terms of how they spread their finances and their wage structure and all that. I think Liverpool are really good at that. I think they've done very well at that, but
Yeah.
and they've obviously made exceptions with Salah in terms of offering basically a house a week. Like it's just ridiculous there. But also offloading Mane, so to sort of like balance that out.
Yeah,
Bringing in
yeah.
Nunez. Anyway, we'll talk about that anyway.
Yeah.
Look, back to the Chelsea owners, back to the
Yeah,
Chelsea game. In terms of Graham Potter being appointed, let's talk about the game this morning.
Yeah.
What did you see, or what glimpses did you see of Chelsea that seems, something that you guys can build on, and what in terms of Potter's like managerial skills, like what do you see already?
Yeah. So, before I go into the actual game tactics, what you should know is, whilst they wanted Tuchel to get more involved, it seems like what the role that Graham Potter's been offered is purely head coach, and that's it.
Yes. Okay. All right.
Like have a little bit of input in players and stuff, but basically what Tuchel wanted to do is what Graham Potter's job is now, which is maybe it's not 100% what it is, but that's what it kind of looks like.
Okay.
And I think maybe another point was Bowley wanted too much. He wanted too much control over what was happening on the pitch as well.
Really?
Right. So it looks like he wanted Tuchel to change to a back four and play more. Well, no, not necessarily a back four, but play more attractive football. Right. So Chelsea,
continue.
Chelsea, when Tuchel came in, it was all about defense, discipline, and it worked. We won the Champions League. You know? And now he's coming in saying, "Oh, we want more attractive football. We want to play like Manchester City and Liverpool attractive football. So maybe we need to change to a back four." So I think that's where the disagreements came. But now that they're talking to Potter, it lines up more with them, and it shows because they gave him a 5-year deal.
I can't believe what I'm hearing.
5-year deal.
I can't. 5 years.
Yeah.
Look, it is a long-term contract. Like, we're not going to talk about the David Moyes 7-year contract. We're not. But that's a long period of time.
Yeah.
But I think that's going to allow Potter to be comfortable in his position and sort of, give the team what he's capable of. But that sort of touches on what I was talking about before. Like, don't worry about how it looks. If it wins you Champions Leagues,
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. I just don't.
Think about the Mourinho way to play.
Bro, Jose Mourinho.
Special one.
What did he say about it's like, if you look around the whole league, how many titles have they won? Me, 3, the rest, put them all together. But anyway.
And his relationship with Abramovich, when he goes, "I want Drogba," and Abramovich goes, "Who is he? Where does he play?" And then Mourinho goes, "What did he say?" He's like, "Mr. Abramovich, don't speak. just pay."
But see, that's what I mean. It's like, I think owners, and also players. Maybe players don't believe in the way managers go about their in terms of their approach, and maybe that's why you saw visibly amongst the players.
That's what I saw.
Yeah.
None of them, no effort in that last Champions League game, Tuchel's last game. No effort, no drive, no motivation, no nothing.
Oh look, they had better defensive awareness than Trent Alexander-Arnold, that's for certain. But let's not go into that. Anyway, so
Anyway,
Potter,
so in saying all that, you can say Bolo's having a little bit of a bad negative effect on it, but you can't say that he's like, oh, he's just come in from America, he's just using this team to make himself money. He's dropped money.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, true.
He's making signings, big ones. He's trying to get Ronaldo. Like, maybe that's a bit more of a publicity one, but...
no, but he understood going to the football world that he is the biggest face in the football world, Ronaldo. Yeah. Messi, you know, I think by default is close behind him. Yeah. But in terms of appeal, you know, branding, he's 100% the biggest player in that sense. Yeah. But I think that would have undone Tuchel. I think that's what you were sort of touching on before in regards to how he wanted Alba instead. Alba, man, I want to touch him with a 10-foot pole. I'm sorry, I'm trying to look at this.
I would have taken Ronaldo over Aubameyang, I think. And he didn't. Aubameyang started last night or this morning, and didn't necessarily do that well anyway. So I think our backup Armando Broja, he needs to go, and he's got starting because he came off the bench again last night and he created a few things. Looked a bit dangerous.
Yeah. I think Potter will reward that soon enough.
Anyways,
think they have to.
So, ready for this? What? After all that, the lineup from last night.
I want to hear it.
Back four.
Go.
So Mendy's injured, so Kepa's in goal. Right.
Sorry. I just think of that season, bro, and it's sad that it just tainted him. But anyway, continue.
Yeah. Anyway, so
his quality. Anyway,
I'm like, there's no way because Potter played with the back three at Brighton. I'm like, there's no way he's going to come in and immediately change to a back four. And that's what he's done. He's put Reece James, Thiago Silva, Azpilicueta, and Cucurella as the back four. Which, it didn't look too bad, to be honest. It looked like... Anyways, I'll quickly go through the whole lineup first. I'll go through the whole lineup first.
Yeah.
Then we had Kovacic and Jorginho holding mids, or as the pivot.
Yeah.
Because Kante's injured as well. That's a big loss as well, that one.
That's massive. Anyway,
Then you got the 10 was Havertz.
Mm-hmm.
Mount was on the right, Sterling on the left, and Aubameyang at striker.
At times, yeah.
And honestly, it looked
4-2-3-1.
Yeah, it looked similar to your formation.
Yeah, it is.
Kinda. Oh, you're kind of changing to 4-3-3 now.
It's 4-3-3.
Yeah.
Last season, Ralph and Ole we used to play as a 4-3-2. 4-2-3-1. Yeah.
Anyways, it looked sort of. At times, it almost looked like a back three. Like, it looked like Reece James was just way high up on the right wing. And then Silva, Azpilicueta, and Cucurella were kind of the back three. And Cucurella, he pushed up a bit, but not as much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it looked like kind of a fluid formation, like
depending
back,
which
forward,
ball, the ball
with
side,
without the ball.
Yeah.
It also looked a tiny bit messy, which I mean, it's a new manager. You know, hopefully it kind of works in a bit. So I don't know. It looked interesting. Not what I expected, but it looked interesting.
Yeah.
We ended up the goal we scored ended up being lucky. The Mount put a cross in. One of their defenders went to clear it, missed it.
Yeah.
And then kind of Aubameyang and the next defender were together behind him. They both kind of they kind of bumped into each other and then it went past them. I think it took a nick off one of them, and then Sterling took a touch, set himself, popped in the bottom corner. Perfect. He was free at the back post. So.
Near post? You tucked it in?
No. Curled it in the far post. No, it wasn't like, it sounds better than it was, but
I was gonna say it does.
But so it was a bit of a lucky goal, and then one we conceded was a bit annoying as well. I'm trying to remember it. It was like, I don't remember the exact goal, but I remember being very annoyed.
Yeah.
I don't think there wasn't any like blatant errors from any of the players. It was just a bit shit. And then it seemed like the same problem as before. Like, we just weren't finishing the chances. We weren't creating enough chances or finishing the chances. But that's what Broja looked good for when he came on. He picked up the ball. Kepa caught the ball from a cross or a corner or something, rolled it just outside of the box to Broja, who was defending the cross. Broja carries it up the whole field, lays it out to Sterling, makes a run in behind. Sterling knocks it across to him. He runs to the byline, puts it in, and then someone, I think Havertz or Aubameyang got the shot on it. It was a really good save. So that's like that was our best chance.
And that's the hopeful part of it.
Because he comes on, he shows that fight, that effort, that kind of like Timo Werner was showing.
Yeah,
you know? Yeah. Whereas these days they're just not.
Unsung hero, that guy, man. Honestly,
they did look
Werner, anyway.
like they had a bit more fight in them though, which is what I liked.
I think it was a Pep or I think Mikel Arteta quoted Pep. Because, you know, the All or Nothing documentaries are sick. But I remember him saying something about the confidence. Basically, it takes such a long time to build it up, but it's so quick for it to drop off. Or is it something? I think they all apply it to like their position as a manager, but I think it applies to players too, where, you know, Chelsea are going through a transitional period at the moment. The confidence is low. Let's be honest. Like their league position's not that bad. It's not that bad.
I think it's 5 points off first.
So I can't believe he got sacked. Anyway, based off that,
it wasn't. That's why I'm saying it wasn't necessarily the performances. He didn't get sacked from the performances. The performance was more of a reason, an excuse for Bowley to do it.
But you saw how your boys were playing though.
Yeah.
It wasn't good.
Wasn't pretty.
Maybe the new owners, they've got some sort of.
Remains to be seen.
I don't know.
They're talking about some long-term vision with Potter that.
I'm trying to make him next Sir Alex, mate.
Maybe they're gonna go through 8 movies.
Oh,
Harry Potter.
Mate, I wouldn't be surprised for you guys. Why did I just click?
That took a while, that one.
That took way too long, man. That took way too long. Look, if I got up for the games this morning, I'd be even more out of it. But, look, man, I think he's got to give these projects time. Yeah. Doesn't matter how low you drop off. You drop off into the bottom 10, completely different story, I feel. But as long as you're top, I don't want to say 8, because even 8's pretty worrying at that time. At that point, you don't want to be down where the Leicester. I won't even say Leicester's now. Where your Palaces and your Brightons want to push for. Who knows what they're going to do now?
4th?
No, they're not going to be there for long.
No, they won't be there for long. You know, did you see Lallana?
Oh wait, Lallana.
Adam Lallana, player manager.
Oh, bro, there hasn't been a player manager since Giggsy, I think. Really?
I'm here for it. I want to see it.
I'm all for it too. Imagine Imagine playing for a Premier. You're like, no, absolutely not.
He's going to start himself.
Bro, McAllister, that guy is an absolute beast. There's no way Lallana's
5-2 against.
Yeah,
what team was
Leicester.
Was it Leicester?
Leicester.
Yeah, see those fucking goals?
Bro, I'm surprised Rodgers kept his job, bro.
Bro, there's been two sackings. Scott Parker and Tuchel. Rodgers and Gerrard still have their job.
Gerrard, I don't want to go into Gerrard right now. Let's just say his record isn't great compared to the Gary Neville's great career at Valencia, and I think everyone knows that too. But oh man, the more we get going with this, the more people are gonna understand about my feelings on Steven Gerrard. But anyway, sorry, I get distracted every time that guy's name comes up, bro. I'm just like
Slippy G.
I'm just like no, Slippy G.
Love it.
Oh man. But Brighton, I think Lallana. Who knows? He's obviously looking to get into management later on down the track.
Maybe he wants more of a manager role. He won't start himself. I don't know.
I think
maybe he wants to have a bit more control of sound.
How's that dynamic work?
It's temporary, but until they find someone.
All right, you're in the change rooms and you see your manager kit up, and you're like, like, does he warms up with you? Yeah. I understand. I get a lot of managers definitely do have a more active role than others. I think some managers are player managers. They're not tacticians. I think there's been a lot of players in the managers in the past that are more of like a emotional type of manager, whereas some a lot more old school, more tactically driven. I feel.
Yeah.
But it seems like the managers that do well these days are the ones that can find that in between. That are great they're great people. No, I can't even speak.
Personable.
But they're just exactly.
Like people please.
They've got great relationships with players, and they're tactically great. And I think that's where Potter's great. I think that's where Pep's great. I think that's where Arteta's great.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people say Arteta, like he's just unbelievable
Pep 2.0.
tactically too. Yeah, man. And when he wants to be, he can. Yeah. He will drill into his boys. He will go right into him, man. Like as everyone has seen as well on All or Nothing. I think. Look, I'm not trying to base what I think on what I see. Is like I said at the start, it's more about what I observe, even on the touchline when I'm watching the games, what they demand out of their players. But look, let's see what Lallana does. Yeah. Let's see. Like I said, he's not going to be on the field. He's going to be he's going to be more box to box. Then is it to tell the defense what to do, and then the forward line, who knows?
Getting instructions on the field instead of the touchline.
Yeah, maybe he's not. If he doesn't communicate, right, he's like, you know what, right, Mackie boy, get off. I'm jumping on. Yeah. I don't care. I've got to tell everyone what's going on.
Yeah. We'll see. Remains to be seen.
I don't think they do well, mate.
I don't think even if Potter stayed, I don't think they were going to stay up there anyway. But I think they would have done a top half. They would have done top half 100%. They might still do a top half.
Yeah,
I think
that they were the best team out of
if Potter stayed, they could have done Europe
potentially.
Maybe conference league. That's all right for them. I take it for Brighton.
That is my nightmare. Yeah. Anyway, of course, if you're Brighton, you're taking that.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, you're taking that. And I think, but I feel like European football can be detrimental for some teams because they can't handle it. They can't handle it in terms of the workload.
Yeah. I think that Leicester dropped off a little bit from that.
Yeah, for sure, man. For sure. Players were cooked, man. Yeah. They were cooked, and they didn't...
The amount of games they're playing these days as well. Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah, man. Absolutely.
You need to have 2 first teams like City to make through it all.
I can't believe they've kept that 5 subs rule in.
Yeah.
That's just ridiculous. That is literally saying, you know what? If it wasn't easy enough for you top dogs, here's a way we can make it even more easy.
But is taking that away make it too hard for the bottom sides?
Of course it is. Of course it is, man. But it's good for development. I get that. But in saying that, I think I don't. I think when it comes to must-win games, and let's say you're Bournemouth. Yeah. And you face like a Liverpool towards the end of the season. Sorry, let's say Bournemouth at home to Liverpool. Yeah. Towards the end of the season, they're pushing for the title. They're getting done again by a few goals. They're getting done again by a few goals because I feel like, look, it will be the deeper stages of Champions League. Let's see if Liverpool stay in there. We don't know yet. We don't know what's going to happen. They just scraped through against. Man, they literally just paid. Yeah,
Salah actually scored.
I know, man. Like they just scraped through in their last game, and I think they got, not going to say they got lucky at all, but Ajax have always got that. They always are the underdogs, and they always bring it to their opposition. Mm-hmm. You got to give it that to them. Yeah. But at Anfield, like everyone says, Anfield's a dangerous place to go.
Yeah, it is.
But there's rumours that, I don't know, man, I'm Aussie. You know how people say about Australia, like, apparently we don't exist. Like, there's something about Liverpool that their atmosphere actually doesn't exist. Like, you hear out, like, I actually haven't been there, but I hear from their supporters, bro, it's unbelievable, you know. Yeah. But I hear some from others, it's a library, like the Old Trafford. Like, it's a library, apparently. Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised in hearing that. Nah. But, anyway, back to what we're talking about in terms of whether the sub rule and going deeper on into the season.
Maybe I think it equals out because, like you say, City have an advantage in the Premier League from that point, but City also have to play a lot more games. They have Champions League. If they have, actually that's it. But
it's all circumstantial. It depends on where they are in the Champions League. If they're 2 games clear on top of the
Yeah,
table,
yeah.
they're going to rest some players. So
Yeah,
that just gives them
yeah.
even more time, I feel.
Yeah.
And it puts them, in terms of energy, it puts them on a more, like you're trying to say that, it allows City to sort of rest their players, but the players are already rested.
Yeah,
Rest
that's
them
the way,
even further.
That's the way Pep plays. No one plays every game.
Yeah.
Maybe Haaland's playing every game. That's it.
That
And
kid-
Edison.
bro, that guy is going to be,
Yeah. He scored again. He scored again this morning.
against his old club.
Yeah. It was
Did he
I
celebrate?
think it was the winner as well.
Do you celebrate?
I didn't see if he celebrated. I just saw his name in the thing.
Imagine he's won.
I really hope he didn't celebrate.
I didn't hear much about it.
Yeah.
I was asleep, so look.
Yeah, they won. They won 2-1.
2-1, yeah.
Bellingham scored.
Dude.
Haaland scored, and Stone scored a banger. I saw that one actually outside the box. Rocket.
Oh, just like that company goal to seal the league back in the day. Yeah.
Vincent Company. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
I forgot if he celebrated. His goal was good as well, though. I think. But he's just typical. I don't think Haaland's. He's not like Mbappe or Neymar talented, but he's just the absolute best. Because a lot of his goals are tap-ins, but he's the absolute best at being number 9.
He's a different player, bro.
Lewandowski's the only one that challenges him, but even Lewandowski doesn't come and try it in the Premier League.
No, he won't. He's too old now anyway.
Yeah,
But-
maybe back in the day, I think he would have done alright still, but Haaland's just
Haaland is a different player, bro.
Different
You've
animal.
got let's talk about Mbappe versus Haaland. Like, I feel like
yeah.
you can't compare him, like Ronaldo and
Yeah,
Messi.
it's-
Like, you just
everyone-
can't. Like Mbappe,
yeah.
if he didn't have the finishing he had, he would be a winger. He'd be
Yeah,
a winger.
yeah,
I'm telling you
yeah,
right now.
yeah.
But due to the fact he's got like he's just an animal up front. You take that away, but you can say that about defenders.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
take the defending away, they're gonna be, they're just gonna be a half decent fullback. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like centre back.
Yeah.
When I'm talking about like a centre back, let's say
Yeah.
with a bit of pace. But I feel like Haaland, I understand he's only got an 88 rating on the new FIFA, by the way.
Yeah.
He should be
I don't know, it
90,
should be higher, 90. Yeah.
99. Like, I just think he's
Ronaldo got a 90 rating, I think.
Don't get me started on that.
Ma-
Don't get me
think-
started on that. They've based that off the
Yeah.
start of this season, him
Yeah.
not playing and the doubt in his future.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
understand how that impacts his overall. I feel like he's going to be back again, 91 rated. I don't think like he's a 90. I think he turned up when it mattered, like he always has. He's always turned up when it mattered,
Yep.
and it never
Yep.
And then there's been other games in which he hasn't, and he's kept that rating. Anyway,
Yeah.
Haaland though, I think he could potentially I don't want to say it too soon, but he could beat Salah's record.
in the first season.
Top
No,
goal
no,
scorer,
sorry, top goal
like
scorer, yeah,
Golden
yeah,
Boot,
yeah,
like the record,
Yeah.
because the rate he's going at, bro,
could,
he
yeah.
will. The
He's
rate.
got, he's got the most after how many games has there been?
I don't
7
even
games
want
or
to.
something.
I don't even want to say it. It just sounds ridiculous.
He's got he got to 10 goals the fastest in the Premier League. I think it took Ronaldo 60 something games to get 10 goals in the Premier League, and it's taken
Hear this
Haaland like
fucking
6
guy,
games.
man. Hear this guy. Ronaldo came to the league. Actually, they were pretty similar in age, but
A little bit. Nah, yeah, it's different. It's different.
there are
Ronaldo was
different
pure
trajectories.
winger, pure winger.
Trajectories for exactly for
But there was
certain types
even,
of
like,
players.
Rooney took
Motherfucker,
longer.
I hate you.
Drogba took longer. Fucking. He's the fastest. Let's just put it
So
that way.
Erling
He's the
Braut
fastest.
Haaland.
Yeah.
For those who didn't know, I just realised middle name's Braut.
I knew
I'm
that.
probably.
I knew that.
Is that how you pronounce
Yeah,
it?
Brett. That's how I pronounce it.
Bro, I'm triggered by what you said, bro. Anyway, I'm fucking triggered.
Look,
In 6 games, he scored 10.
Yeah, that's
10.
it's ridiculous. It's 6 games. Isn't it? I think the
Fuck
second
out of here, man.
The second best.
You
I
alien
think,
bullshit.
I think the second best in your first games. I think was Aguero or Shearer.
Are you seriously trying to trigger me more?
No, I'm giving you stats.
Aguero.
I'm
Do
giving
you want to
you
just yell it
stats.
out in the top of your lungs and just remind me of that
Hey, there's
fateful
no
day?
Chelsea players even in this conversation, alright?
You're not understanding the point. Anyway, so what are your Shearers? And if he stays
something like
around,
that.
he could.
If he stays around, he could beat Shearer, but I don't think he stays
He's
around.
not going. He's going to be mercenary like Ibra. Like your
Yeah.
Lukaku's.
Yeah.
We both fuck that guy. We both can say that.
Lukaku.
Like La Scata, man, as us Greeks would call him, La
Fucking
Scata,
dogs.
fucking Malaka.
Yeah.
Seriously, like that guy is. He had potential to be great. He is great.
He's only
What am I
great in
saying?
fucking Italy.
No, his heart's in Italy.
Yeah. Idiots. Who told him it was a good idea to do that interview?
He did. His manager.
What
He wanted to
fucking
leave, bro.
yes
He was
men.
there for 6 months, and he's like,
No,
"Fuck
he
this
was
place."
there for like 2 months at that point.
Oh my god, bro. That guy is off his head. He's actually off his head. That guy.
Different. He's technically still a Chelsea player. He's only on loan back there.
If you're on that much money, though, you're getting a big head.
Oh
You've
yeah.
gotta be. I reckon
Yeah.
he's just mentally weak.
Yeah. He has to be the main man, I think.
Has to be. Has to be the alpha.
has to be.
I'm
Has to be
number
the
one.
guy.
I
Yeah.
can't have other
You have
forwards
to-
around me who could potentially
Nah,
take my
yeah.
spot. I'm
Yeah.
just gonna
No competition. Yeah.
no.
That's how he was at Milan. That's how they treated him at Milan.
But you had Martinez in there because they had two up front.
Yeah.
You know what I
that's
mean?
What worked. That's what everyone thought. Lukaku and Werner were going to work together like that
But that's
because
not
that's how Werner played at Leipzig beforehand as well, as two strikers and a three back. That's how he played as well, but
Yeah.
didn't happen.
Yeah, fair enough. I just think there's a lot of there's been a lot of talent in the last few years with amongst
Yeah.
like you in the Premier League, and like you wish that these players stay behind, they don't, and like Erling, I think or Braut. I think a Brot, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I think he won't stay around, unfortunately, but he will. He's a
grown-
City's boy. I know. I shouldn't be.
Yeah.
I like to look at things as objectively as I can. I know I've been following United since I could kick a ball. Like I feel like I welcome any player that wants to come to the Premier League, or any player to move anywhere, as long as it means they become a better player, a better person for it. Like Ronaldo, for example. I was
Yeah.
open to him going to you boys.
Yeah.
I was.
I was over just like a buy top.
Bro, can you imagine like all the like because you got Pulisic, right? Pulisic, whatever the fuck his name is. Sorry,
Yeah.
good old Chrissy boy. He brings that American audience.
Yeah.
Bring Ronaldo in that
Apparently he
equation
was
too.
pissed off at Tuchel as well because we did our preseason in the US and
He barely
Tuchel
played.
gave Pulisic fuck all minutes. Fuck all.
You know what? I don't think
Yeah.
the Chelsea owners would have been appreciative of that
exactly,
either.
exactly.
They would have been like, you need to play him.
Like he's your fucking American guy.
There's a
Like,
reason
come
why
on.
our preseason is
Yeah,
in the
that's
US.
what they want to see.
You know, like we're trying to bring more money into the Premier League. We're trying to increase our revenue so we can spend more.
Yeah.
That's how the structure works,
Yeah.
and that's why Barca, man, those guys got away with a lot of it because they sold a lot of like their percentage in their not just their club in terms of sponsorship with Spotify sponsorship and everything. I don't know if that applied to this window, but that's why they got away with a lot of their spending too, I think, and
Yeah.
Real Madrid
I
as
saw-
well. That's why they can operate at deficits because
Yeah.
at the end of the day, they've got a certain, a lot of projected revenue coming in. So wherever they're getting their money from, I don't know where, I don't know how legitimate their
Yeah.
revenue streams are.
La Liga's letting them get away with a little bit of stuff.
Oh, for sure, because they're like sort of what we're talking about
Yeah.
with how the Chelsea owners want Pulisic to play,
Yeah.
and in turn
Yeah.
they'll bring more in.
Yeah.
That's what the Liga want to do with Barca and Real. Like they
Yeah,
are
they
the
wanna keep them
two
going.
big boys of that league.
Yeah.
Exactly. They want to bring the best in. That's why you
Yeah.
can bring in 5 players after the
Yeah.
fucking deadline.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell? What a shit show, man.
Yeah.
There's no way they'll fly in the Premier League. No chance.
no chance.
No chance. Because
chance.
you give them a foot, they want the leg, or you give them a finger, they take the arm. Oh, whatever that saying is, bro. You know,
Yeah,
like.
they needed the Super League to happen.
What do you think about that?
Stupid.
That was
Ridiculous.
dumb as
It's
shit.
basically the Champions League. Like what?
Yeah, but
Aren't they changing?
where do you think all the money goes into? Right
Yeah.
into their pockets,
Yeah.
bro. And
Yeah,
look, they reinvest it, of course, into the club, but they're not thinking about.
I love all the
game.
the memes that came out after the Super League thing, because I'm pretty sure Perez was like one of the main people of it. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
of course he was scumbag. Anyway,
and it's like the memes of him
and his master plan for fucking Barcelona.
Bro, that guy
Full
fucking
on.
hates.
He
Yeah.
fucking did him in. Honestly, like because
Yeah.
Barcelona's one of the teams that came off the worst
Of
after
course.
that. Them and I think Juventus.
Was there like a? They didn't have to invest in anything, did they?
No, but I think they put a lot of their hopes on it. Because now they've ended up having to sell so much shit, and apparently they've like broke even or something through that sale. What did they sell? They sold like TV rights or something
a stake in
Yeah,
their media out. Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah,
It was
and-
like 30%. It was a lot though. It
Yeah.
wasn't a controlling stake, but it was a lot. And
Yeah.
I think
that
Like-
broke them even.
you know
with
what,
their
mate. Who
spending.
bought it? I want to see who bought it.
Who knows,
I
man.
want to see who bought it. I want to see exactly what stake they've got in Barcelona before the sale,
It's
right?
like fucking Mbappe stake in PSG.
Oh my god! Imagine giving a 22-year-old that. It's 22, Mbappe.
Wait, I don't blame the kid though, because that deal is stupid amount of money, and it's only 3 years, so he's gonna be out of contract again when he's like 25.
Smart boy.
26.
Very smart boy. Very smart boy. I mean, you understand like what sort of what you bring to a club, and you know he brings a lot to PSG.
Oh yeah,
A lot.
scored again last night, and Messi scored as well. And wait, I might be right in saying Messi, Neymar, and Mbappe got one each last night.
Huge.
I think.
Against who? Man, I need
Against-
look. I'm not used to the Wednesday nights, the
Yeah.
the Thursday morning games for us.
It's been a mess as well lately because last weekend there were no Premier League games.
It's hard. It's hard when you're Aussie and
Yeah.
you've got all these other things, you know, in play, like you know, studying and
all the
working.
games
And,
are 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m.
but we're like, what we're trying to do here. It's like we're trying to speak on behalf of those that are in a similar situation
Yeah.
as us, and
Yeah.
we're open to discussions. And like you know, I think after we get things in line, hopefully, you know, we'll have questioning. Like we'll have our own, like you know, we'll have our own Twitter page and TikTok and everything, like in terms of like that sort of content where people can ask questions
Yep.
or things that we you know, raise things that we can talk about, or even you know anyone that could, if they end up being, you know, intriguing enough their question, maybe they jump on the show, who knows.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you know what they say about the
Yeah.
parents said about strangers, though. You know what I mean? You gotta be
Stranger
careful about
danger.
them. Stranger danger, exactly. Look, I just want to see PSG PSG against, oh bro,
I want to say they.
who is this?
Some random.
Oh, from Israel. Okay,
Yeah.
so they're top of the Israeli league at the moment.
Yeah.
They lost 3-1. They scored. Cherry scored, but it's Cherry. They went up 1-0.
Did they?
They went up 1-0, right? And then Messi, Mbappe, Neymar.
Yeah. Yeah.
37th, 69th, 88th. That's surprising for
Yeah.
Neymar to be. I just feel like he's a slow burner, that guy. Like it's either he starts off really well or he ends really well. I don't think he's a 90-minute player, but
They've that whole PSG team started off very well this season.
yeah, I know. And they've got such a good team.
Yeah.
They've got
Yeah.
such a good team, bro. Honestly,
I think Poch wasn't doing that team justice, and I don't know who the guy's name is in there now, but they're doing a lot better now. Let's just say that.
Christophe Galtier, and
Yeah.
I think he might have been. I don't want to talk right now. No, he was in the
He's
French
gonna get
league.
something wrong.
Saint Etienne, Lille, and Nice. All right, Nice. Yeah, we're
Farmers
pretty,
League.
Yeah, bro. Exactly. Ah, look, man.
Got
Yeah.
managers from the lower teams as well. Chelsea did that too.
Let's see what PSG do this champ. They beat Juve 2-1. All right, I get how
Yeah.
that can be.
Juve lost again.
I don't know.
Who did they play?
Bro, they play.
Was it like Benfica or something?
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, I think you're right.
Juve's in a bit of shambles.
Yeah,
as well.
Benfica. Look, they're 2 games away now. You know, it's big signing from Lars Vlahovic. Bro, I'm sorry.
Vlahovic, good, like
I don't want to say his name because I don't want to offend. I don't want to say Croatian or Serbian. I think Serbian actually. Vlahovic, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, wouldn't that Serbian? Sorry,
Serbian,
he's Serbian.
there we
I
go.
don't want to mix that up.
That's
'Cause
alright.
I know the Croats don't like that, or vice versa. Sorry, this is a
Yeah.
political show. Milik and those two should be killing it up there.
It should be. Well, Milik scored, I think.
You're right, he did.
Yes.
But yeah, Vlahovic didn't do too well, did he? Yeah, it
Team's
seems
just,
like.
it's good, but it's not. I don't know. It's not the powerhouse it once was.
Oh, you got Danilo back there. Quadrado, he should be on his way out.
Yeah.
McKennie is like he's
Cool.
decent.
Yeah.
Bonucci is still pretty good. Perrin, I don't know. I think they should be doing better. I don't. What's
They should be
Chesney?
better players.
What's Chesney
They
up
should
to
be
these
better
days,
players.
bro?
I don't know. Is he still there?
Where is he? Hang on. No. Bro, probably moved to the Saudi league, bro. There's no way. Are you kidding?
Possibly.
Hang on.
I don't know, but the Italian league, Serie A, is getting a little bit more interesting lately, I reckon. Because not only has Juve not lost their dominance over the last 2 years, but I think I love AC Milan. AC Milan's my favourite team there.
Oh no,
Yeah.
they're my favourites.
But
for sure.
even Roma and Mourinho, they got Dybala. You know,
Yeah,
they've got Abraham Dybala. They're getting good players. They got Belotti.
Oh my God, Andrea
Yeah.
Belotti.
Yeah.
He's a backup player, bro.
Yeah,
and
I
that
know.
guy was killing Serie
These
A.
teams are getting better.
I know.
These teams are
I
getting
know.
better. I
They've-
like it.
I think they're starting. I think the leagues are starting to realize you got a more competitive league,
Yeah.
more money comes in, bro. At the end of the day,
Yeah.
more money in, more money out.
But
You know what
I
I mean?
can't see Bayern and PSG losing that dominance though.
In their own leagues, yeah, no.
No, PSG did lose one league. The other,
Yeah.
what was it, two years ago?
Yes, I think it was not
It was
Leon.
Lille.
Lille?
Yeah.
Lille.
But yeah. Anyway, where did Chesney go?
Chesney's still there.
Are you still there?
Maybe he's injured. I don't
Yeah,
know.
must be injured.
Must be. He has to be injured.
Yeah.
He has to be injured. But Bayern in Germany, 100%, always going to be the dominant team. I don't ever see that changing. The only time for the tides to change there was Borussia Dortmund, but it's just they can't even do it themselves. You know what I mean? It's just it's sad
Yeah.
how. Look,
Yeah.
I think that the I wouldn't say it's sad. I just think the structure of that league is just that's how they find themselves
This is how it's
most
run.
profitable, bro. And
Yeah.
they would have tried changing something about that. I think the league and the boards of the teams in each respective league definitely do communicate a lot. I think in terms
Yeah.
of like their direction and where they want to go and pushing each other to keep moving forward. I think you'd think that would be the best way to
Yeah.
organise something. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Well, we know the Premier League managers are all communicating now as well,
Yeah.
trying to figure out how to stop Haaland.
Oi, is that legit?
Apparently, see.
I don't see.
I don't believe.
I don't see
things-
content in that
Nah.
equation. if
Like,
I'm
I
honest.
don't believe things when I hear them first, but I've heard this from 4 different places. So I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's interesting. I think they've got to message some of the Bundesliga teams. I think maybe try to figure it out.
They didn't. What did they do?
Oh, yeah, you're right.
They didn't figure it
The
out.
game didn't score. He was bloody injured, wasn't he?
Yeah, yeah.
He wasn't
The
playing.
only way to stop him is if he gets injured or leaves the Premier League.
Leaves the league.
But is
Scored
it
10
how to
in
stop
scared.
Haaland or is it how to stop City? Because no one could stop City anyway.
Oi, he only had like 17 touches against Bournemouth.
Yeah, no, didn't he?
They still killed him. But
No.
It
There
was
was
just
a stat.
it's his presence,
He's-
his aura. Sorry,
Oh, that's
his
the
aura.
thing. That's the thing. He, on average, so far in the Premier League, he scores with every 9th touch.
Can you imagine
Nine-
going to the best league in the world and every 9 touches
Every
that
9
ball is hitting
Bro,
the back of the net?
Next time I watch him play, I'm going to count his touches.
You're like, oh no, here we go. 9th one's coming up. Oh
Or
shit.
maybe it was a goal involvement every 9 touches. No, I think it was goal.
It has to be.
I think it was goal.
It sounds about right because he
Got a couple
didn't-
assists.
I think a lot of his games he doesn't touch the ball within the first 10 minutes, but then he just comes out and bang,
Yeah.
goes in.
Yeah.
But
That's what happened the first game he played. That first game, they were struggling to score City, right? And Haaland was getting visually frustrated. Like, you could see him getting annoyed that they weren't putting crosses in, putting balls in, stuff like that. And then in the second half, apparently Pep grilled into them, like, just play the ball to him, just put it into him, just put it into him. Just like, it doesn't matter, just put the ball in the fucking box. And he ended up scoring a brace.
Dude, it's
in the
like
second half.
it's like Chelsea back in against Bayern Munich with Drogba.
Yeah.
Just literally just play the ball, Drogba, do everything,
Yeah.
do the rest.
It's like
you know?
when it's like De Bruyne is literally putting crosses in without looking. You've seen two of his. I saw the last game he played. He put some. I watched his face on the replay. He didn't look into the box. He's looking at the ball, looking at the ball, looking at the ball. Bang! Looks up. Perfectly on Haaland's head or something, or on his foot or something.
I'm telling you now, bro. The more you practice these things, bro. These guys have been hard on the ball for how long now? I think you get an awareness, and that's what I mean, man. Like that separates the best players and the, I'm not gonna say mediocre, the best of the best and the best. You know, I feel like you got to give credit to the players playing in the Premier League, but Kevin De Bruyne, I don't know, bro. Fernandes,
Kevin De Bruyne Haaland.
bro, may as well.
There's
Kevin
the
De Bruyne. I'm gonna say De Bruyne. I'm not gonna be Zilic. What was the name? Lucy Zilic, and try to pronounce players' names so particularly to the point where I sound like an idiot.
That's what happened.
So I'm not
in
saying
the,
she sounded like an idiot, but I
no.
feel like I wouldn't do that.
In the what's it called? In the Champions League draw, Yaya Toure was doing the draw, right? And every time he pulled out a team's name, he butchered the name. And these aren't players; these are team names.
Are you
I
serious?
forgot. I can't
You know,
give you an
you-
example right
you
now.
know
But
that-
I promise you, I was watching it. Like, he's
know-
butchering all these
You
names.
know those I don't know if they're Ghanaians or Kenyans or whatever it is, but there's like this show in
Oh
overseas.
yes,
And
yes.
this guy's like, it's a Manchester United, and then say Borussia Dortmund comes and they go, Borussia.
Great stuff. I love it.
But Yaya Toure, bro, honestly, for a City player, I love that guy.
Yeah.
I think he was an amazing player. But like, look, I think if you can't speak the language, why are you getting him to pronounce the draw?
because he speaks fine English, but he was just butchering the names of these clubs.
Yeah, I don't know, but like, really?
Yes,
Ah.
I promise you. Search it up. He was butchering the names of these clubs.
Like,
Not all of them, but a couple of them.
Do you remember which ones?
I don't remember which ones, but
yeah.
I remember
It was like,
messaging.
what?
I remember messaging my mate, like, because I have a mate that was watching it at the same time as me. I remember messaging him, and I was like, "Is it just me, or is he butchering all these names?" He's like, "Yep, he's butchering all these names."
Wait, you got up for the draw?
It was at like,
What time was that?
I didn't know it was on. I was doing fucking editing on my computer and stuff,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden I realized it was on. It was like 3 a.m.
3 a.m.
something like that.
Burning the midnight oil, mate.
Yeah, I was just on my computer doing the stuff, blah blah blah, and all of a sudden it was on. I'm like, oh shit, yeah, try it on.
Fair enough.
Didn't realize it was on, but yeah.
Far out, man. You know, I would be like, no, I'm going to bed. I would realize, like, sorry,
Yeah.
it's too late. But
Yeah.
and then, the draw is the draw. I mean, for me, it's the Champions League draw. Yeah.
Yeah.
No chance I'm watching that. No chance I'm watching that. But
I only watched it because it was on. I didn't even realize it was on. I was about to go to sleep, and I was like, oh yeah, I'll check it on.
yeah, may as well.
I wanted to see Chelsea's group,
Yeah.
and it's a sick group that we should top, but we've got a loss and a draw so far. And now we've got our next two games are home to Milan and then away to Milan, AC Milan. And then we've got to play Salzburg and it's the Croatian team that we lost to the first time, Zagreb. So
the nail in the coffin for Tuchel, whatever.
yeah,
Man, with Milan, I think you may struggle.
who will struggle?
Yeah.
Well, we were meant to play Fulham. That got postponed. This weekend we were meant to play Liverpool. That got postponed as well.
Yeah.
Did United's game get postponed as well? Or are you playing
We're
this
playing.
weekend?
That's
You're
what I was
playing-
gonna say.
you're playing Europa League.
We're playing Sheriff.
Oh.
And I was gonna say to you, you're talking about losing then drawing. Look,
Oh, yeah.
Real
I did
Madrid.
see.
Their first game lost at the Bernabeu to Sheriff. First off, I don't even know where they're from. Don't really care. We better clean them up. If we don't, I'm going to have to look into them a bit more, if I'm honest, to know why we're such a mess still.
You lost your first game, didn't you?
Oh my god.
Was it Valencia?
Yeah, we lost 1-0. We lost.
Was it Valencia,
We lost.
Sevilla or something? No,
No,
Sevilla.
so I said that.
Sevilla
I
won it
said
last
that
year,
with David Silva, that fucking
No,
wizard.
Oh, racking my brain here.
No, you're talking about why we got knocked out.
No. Your first Europa League game this year.
You sure? So I said that.
You got. Oh, Sociedad. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
remember. I love that photo of Ronaldo training, looking at the Europa League ball. Like, what the fuck is this?
I'm still looking at this graphic on my phone, thinking, what the fuck?
Next year he's going to be looking at a Conference League ball.
You're really starting to piss me off, you know. Like, you're really
No. I
starting
actually think you can make top 4.
I know we can make top 4. I went to Oakley today, and cafe area district, let's say. I don't know what you refer to it as, and in here in Melbourne, and southeast, and I walked past this guy, and he's like, hopefully we'll do better this season, and I'm like, yeah, of course we will, and he's like, if it's anything like last, we're done. And I'm like, look, man, new manager in,
we can only go up. You can only go up from these performances so far.
Don't push.
No, look, I'm sorry,
don't push. You know,
like 4-0 to Brentford, you can only go up from here. But what I'll say is, everyone thought the 2-0 at Brighton was so bad, but Brighton's fucking good.
Brighton were very good.
Very good.
They were so good. And you saw it. You see why. You see how, Potter's getting poached. They're in the top half, top half. And I thought that. And I'm like, okay. I remember going to Brentford that week. Yeah. And I'm like, okay. This can go one of two ways. One, I did not think we would get it done comfortably. I didn't. Yeah. I had a feeling that we weren't going to get done, but it wasn't going to be good. But man, they just exceed expectations, didn't they? Yeah. Back then, they really did. And Maguire, ever since that useless truck isn't starting, we've literally won every game. Yeah. And I think Maguire. I think that guy. I can't believe we've overlooked that many other defenders, and we ended up getting him for whatever reason it was. I think because of the English appeal there. A lot of it is all like I'm sort of trying to. My standpoint on how moves are made in the leagues is all obviously about money. It's not about the supporters anymore. It's not about looking after them like you would in like the lower leagues in terms of the decisions they make. I think they make decisions in the best interest of the club because they want to do better and improve more. Yeah. Whereas it's not in our field to drop down because it's by default we're going to be up there because of the team, because of the resources we have, and we're going to be competing. So when it comes to the players we bring in, we will fuck up because at the end of the day, the decisions that are being made aren't being overlooked by a proper footballing director that, oh my God, whatever they think they've implemented just isn't bloody working, right? Like, I don't know why we let Van der Sar go to Ajax and stay there. I don't know why we don't poach him. I don't know. I don't understand.
Like, Ajax is good with that stuff, man.
They are very good in terms of their youth development, and they've always been very good like that, man. They've sold a lot of youngsters. We're basically the way Arsenal look at City and their older players. That's how we look at the Ajax and their younger players. We're like, we may as well, sign them up. Look, Donny hasn't had a fair shake of the bottle. I think he's been hard done by for sure.
Yeah, I think there's a spot for him in the team.
But people don't think he's a quality player.
Depending on how Ten Hag wants to play. Like, I think there's a position for him in like a 8 role, but not a sole defensive player.
Yeah,
like maybe
he's a box. I think he's a box. He's a great box to box player.
He could be one of the mid. If you play a 4-3-3, he can be one of those mids.
For sure, absolutely. You have Bruno on one side, Donny on the other, Casemiro. Yeah. But
you're playing
Eriksen being there. Nah, fuck off. McFred can get fucked. Like both of them can. Chuck him out.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
loved you
It
guys like a couple of seasons ago. I think Fred was up and down. I think he turned into one of the best box-to-box players in the league when Rangnick was around. McTominay, he's a brat. I don't know why. I don't think anyone. I think his attitude sucks. You see it on the field. He gives away needless free kicks. I think he gets the most get the best of him.
Mm-hmm.
Look, man, I can't talk. I'm a pretty explosive player myself when I'm playing indoor, especially.
Yeah.
But look, I think if Ericsson wasn't there, I think Donny would be starting.
Yeah, I think Ericsson was an interesting signing. I don't think it's exactly what you... It's a good signing, but it's not exactly what you needed.
Well, he's done really well though.
He has.
But
he has.
it's not gonna be. For the, we need to be looking for the medium term here. I think
Yeah.
Donny is a great. I think he has a great foundation as a player. I think Ten Hag being there again, being there to support him and get the best out of him.
If it doesn't happen now, it's not going to happen.
It's not gonna happen at all, bro. And Anthony, you may I don't know. Let's see what happens.
Anthony's good. I think he'll be good.
I think we've seen enough, man. I think he does go missing in some games. I think he's sort of like a Hazard sort of impact on the game. Like
Yeah.
sometimes goes missing, but when he's there, he rocks. He
he's there.
rocks and
He's
rocks
there.
rock and rolls, bro.
Yeah.
He's letting him know. He's letting him know. So let's just see what happens. I think this is a look. I think it was good timing, the postponement. Obviously, the circumstances, not great. But I think for the clubs that aren't doing so well like ours, I think it's been a good time to sit back, reflect, and see what we can do better. I think we went into this break, I think we had a bit more momentum than what we previously have had
Yeah, it's positive.
in the last few, I dare to say, 6 months.
Yeah.
And not including the off season. I think
Yeah, like the back end of last season.
the back end of
Yeah.
last season was shocking. I think
Yeah.
it wasn't great. Our away record went from the best to the worst.
Yeah.
I don't understand how that happens. I do and I don't. Like Ole leaving, I get it. Like
Yeah.
I don't know what touch he had on that team, but our away record was the best. Like it trumped. We went 20 unbeaten. We set a. I don't know if we set a league record. Couldn't win at home,
Yeah.
and then we just started not winning anywhere.
Yeah.
We dropped off.
Yeah.
We did terrible, but now I think
Starting
going
to
to
turn
this
around.
break, starting to turn
Yeah,
around.
Yeah.
Ten Hag expects a lot, bro. I remember the pre-season game against
Yeah.
Palace or Melbourne Victory,
Mm.
and De Gea was dicking around with the ball like he did against Brentford, right? Dicking around the ball in the box, nearly got caught out, and Ten Hag is like, David, what are you doing? And it's like, basically, don't do that again. He would have copped
Yeah.
a grilling at halftime,
Yeah.
even in pre-season. And that's a sort of attitude. Not attitude. I don't want to say attitude. That's the sort of expectation he brings out of, he brings to the players. It's like, don't dick around. Be sure in what you're doing. Don't hesitate.
Yeah.
Just react, man.
Yeah.
Just not react. Be proactive. Kick the ball upfield like we talked about. That's what we should have done against Brentford. That's what Eric said as well about
Yeah.
David, and he said before the game, we weren't supposed to play out from the back like that. But
Yeah.
for some reason, they decided to.
That's what everyone was saying. Like, Ten Hag's way of playing is to play out from the back, and he's trying to get De Gea to do it, but it doesn't work like that. And then I heard here that Ten Hag's telling him he shouldn't be doing that.
Because he understands
Yeah.
that he can't
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah.
He knows it.
So why
and
is he doing this?
I'm telling you now, we shouldn't have gotten rid of
And
Hendo, man.
the same week, Dean Henderson saved that penalty. I forgot who it was against, but he saved the penalty against someone.
He saved penalties like 2 weeks in a row. Once
Something
against
like that.
City.
He's having some fucking performances.
City?
It's a decent shout, Possibly.
Anyway, memory's not serving me at the moment.
Yeah.
But he did 2 weeks in a row, saved a couple of penalties, and yeah, I
Very good.
think he's not coming back.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to come. Why would you want to come back? That's where I'm understanding on these relationships with the
So he
with the
came
players
back
and the
he
clubs.
was just stuck on the bench the whole time. Because De Gea was on too much money. If
And
can't-
you know he
can't-
was told he was going to start. his last season. Hendo was
Yeah?
going to start. Yeah, he was
He
told,
should've. He
"I'm
should've,
going to
but-
start." He never did. Well, he did, but
Yeah.
the games that didn't matter.
Nah.
And then David just came out with the season, another great season.
He's a good shot stopper.
He
But
used to be so good with his
He used to be better.
stopping with his feet.
what's his contract? How long for?
I don't know.
Few more
I
years.
think he signed a pretty long. Like under Ole, he signed a new deal, and then we lost the next game. I remember we got fucking done.
Yeah.
We got done, and he's just like, he signed the contract, and then he publicly apologized for the team. That's what he did.
That's
And,
I
that's-
remember this.
Yeah. He came out.
Yes.
But I appreciate that out of him. Like I respect him for
responsibility. Yeah.
taking the
Good.
responsibility, and he's always been the first to do it too.
Yeah.
Always been the first, and in the most respectful
He
way
should-
as well. And that's
while
why
he's
I
there, he
respect
should
him, I like him.
He should probably be captain. Because Maguire's your captain.
I don't think
Come
he
on.
wants to be. But
Yeah, maybe not.
Maguire is for the tip. I don't know why we persist on him. But anyway, I think United understand what position we're in now. I don't think our heads are in the clouds anymore, in which
Yeah.
they were. Shows in how the thing with Ranić ended up too. I think that was a big mess as well. Like
Yeah.
in terms of
Yeah,
what
he was meant
what
to
he was
be
supposed to
director
be there
and then-
for,
Yeah.
and then he just flew out the window.
Laters.
But anyway,
Laters.
well, he coached Austria.
Is it Austria? I don't know where he went. But
Anyway.
I just know he fucked off.
Went somewhere.
Laters.
And anyway, so all I'm saying is, I think the light, we can see it,
Yeah. It's there.
but
And,
let's just,
and I think it helps that, like, say Chelsea and Liverpool got off to a strong start, like, say, and they were on level points with City, then you'd look worse. But we've struggled as well, so it keeps you in it as well.
yeah,
So it helps that
it's all relative,
Liverpool,
bro.
Chelsea, United,
Yeah.
everyone's struggling. City's the only ones City and Arsenal are the only ones that have, you know.
No,
Up
no,
there.
I don't
And
buy,
Arsenal.
I don't buy Arsenal
Arsenal.
for a second, bro.
I
Not
think
for
they
a
look
second.
good. You know, I watched
They
them.
look better.
I watched them.
Top
I
four.
think, what was it the other night? I watched a City game, and straight after I watched the Arsenal game, their tactics, the way, not necessarily the way they pass the ball, but the way that they're set up, they're like off the ball formation, and then they transition to on the ball formation. Very similar, almost identical.
What do you expect? Yeah, and you got the helping hand of Gabby.
Yeah, Gabby Jesus and Zinchenko.
You know they and
know the
and
system
that's
and
why
they're
they just seamlessly just fit in, and I think
Yeah.
that's why they ended up handing it over too. I think Pep low key wants him to do well, surely.
Maybe a little bit there.
But
It's
I
like,
think by
I
saying that, I
want him to
don't.
do well, but just not as good as Pep.
But he won't though.
I
They
think-
won't.
think-
Bro, City have got a stronghold in this
Do you
league
think
now.
Pep's gonna leave when his contract's done, or you reckon he'll sign another one?
Bro, he's getting
Okay.
paid more than any player on the team. You know that, yeah.
Mm.
Disgusting amount. I think as long as the money keeps rolling in, he's not going anywhere. Unless he wants a new challenge, and I think the challenge for him
He'll
is
pull it
European, as a
Ferguson.
European title, and
Yeah.
he's only won 2, I think, in the past. With one with Bayern, one with
one-
Barca.
He didn't win it with Bayern.
Didn't win with Bayern.
No, it was just Barca.
Both. Was it 1 or 2? He's won.
One or two with Barca.
Yeah.
I remember because
Yeah,
they were
look at him,
saying he can't win a Champions League without Messi.
Yeah.
That's what they were saying.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Nah, man.
I think maybe Pep leaves when he thinks stuff's about to go downhill, like Ferguson leaving United.
Stuff wasn't. Bro,
It wasn't.
We-
It
he
didn't all
managed-
happen at once, but
Nah,
it was like
Sir Alex managed a team always it was never the best in the league.
Nah.
Apart from exception of like the run from like 06 to like 09 between then where
Vidic,
dude Tevez, Rooney,
Scholes.
bro, you had all
Yeah,
the
Giggs,
greats,
yeah.
bro, and making Champions League finals and
Yeah.
you know, and winning one, losing one, you know, what was the last one we won? I forgot. I'm joking. It was against you guys. With the good old. I think the Slippy Terry. Slippy Terry.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
yeah.
sorry, that's old
Yeah.
news. That's so
It is,
old.
it is.
I don't want to bring up history. Like it's history.
It's alright,
Like it's
yeah.
not relevant. I know
Yeah.
it's not. But all I'm saying is
Yeah.
Pep. I think it's a different situation. I think City are still they're trying to knock us off our perch now. in terms
Yeah.
of like
They
the
just need
number of titles.
They just need some Champions Leagues.
Yeah, and then I will
it
actually
should have
consider them.
happened.
Huh?
It should have happened.
Yeah, thank you.
Fuck the dogs.
Yeah, dogs, hard, bro. Honestly,
I love it. I love
there's
it.
there's a respect I have for Chelsea and in terms of what they've done, in terms of the club they
Yeah.
are and what they represent before these owners. Anyway, I think Abramovich is
Yeah.
hard done by, but in saying that, I don't know his stake in what was going on, so I don't want to talk
Apparently he was a
too
bit
out of
involved,
turn.
but I don't
Yeah, he's like an
That's not-
oligarch or something.
Oh,
Or like-
yeah.
he's
That's
like-
the word I heard.
and anyway, I think
Whatever,
for
yeah,
what
work on
in
that.
terms of what his ownership represented at a
Yeah.
club level,
It was good.
bro, he just knew how to
had
he
that
just knew how to
passion
do
for
it.
it, yeah.
But he knew football through and through.
Yeah,
he knew what he
he
had
did.
to do,
He did.
and what you guys did, what you guys were to what you are now, yeah, man, you got to owe it to him. And I think
Yeah.
I don't. I found it. I'm not gonna say I found it funny the reaction of the Chelsea supporters last season with you guys not rocking up to games. Did you see
Yeah.
that? How half the stadium was always empty after the war broke out.
Yeah, I remember that. That's
Um,
crazy.
But I think you've got to put aside football at that point and just look at the politics of it all. And it's like, yeah, no, we can't entertain this. We can't fund
Yeah.
that. Anyway, that's another
Yeah.
story. But all I'm saying is I respect Chelsea for what they are and what they've done. And they are the most successful team in the last 15 years. You guys are. In terms of Champions League,
Yeah.
you are, man.
Yeah.
Like the last Champions League title 2 seasons ago, you
Yeah.
won in 2012,
12.
and then you won in
No, that's true.
you
It's just
lost
the
to
two.
us,
Yeah.
but you've been there.
We should have got through that one. Was it United Barcelona?
Yeah,
And then we should have had like 6 penalties against Barcelona.
Oh my god, at
Oh,
Stanford.
that was pain.
Oh my
That was
god, bro.
pain.
Yeah, bro. What do you expect? That I wish we could have had an inquiry into that because that was a mess and a half. I
Where's
don't know.
VAR at?
I don't think
That
that
was
did that ref get a gig after that.
I don't know. Hope not.
I don't think.
I hope
I
not.
actually don't think
I don't
he
think he
did
did.
because
That was fucked.
was it a PK handball?
PK
Or
handball.
There was a
like,
challenge as well against
few challenges
Drogba.
on Drogba.
And
One
Drogba
on,
just got up,
I think
like-
one on Anelka. Yeah, and
Anelka.
Was it
That guy was
the handball on PK? Was, I think it was from a shot from Ballack, and then Ballack. There's this iconic shot of him at the ref, like
right?
he's just screaming at the ref.
And then there's like I swear there was like 3 of them surrounding him. Yeah,
yeah,
Ballack,
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Ballack.
And,
Oh my god.
Drogba walking off the pitch like.
Yeah, it's like this
Yeah,
is
yeah,
like
yeah.
we got cheat. He said something about cheat, like not
Yeah.
cheating, but he's like it's this isn't right.
Yeah.
We know what happens basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's that game will be that's an infamous game. That and imagine us two facing each other again. That would have been
Yeah.
amazing. And I think
No, they wanted a Ronaldo Messi Champions League final. I think.
nah, he left at that point. Ronaldo,
Wasn't he there?
pretty sure he left. 09 he went to Rio.
What year was this?
Oh no, it was 09-10. I think that might have been 8-9. I think you're right. I think, maybe it was. No, he was. He was wearing the white kit. We had the. He was wearing the long.
Did you win that one?
No, we lost it. It was against
What's
Barca.
that one? Yeah,
Against
yeah,
Barca.
yeah.
We lost both against Barca. Barca
Yeah.
just, bro. I remember watching those games, just us getting touched up the whole time. I'm like, oh my god, I haven't seen Ferdinand and Vidic tested like this my whole life.
Yeah.
I was like, this is something so foreign to me. And that's when I saw sort of like them start to fall off a bit, but they were still amazing players. But anyway,
Yeah.
back to Pep. I think I don't think he's leaving until he has that European title. I don't think
Yeah.
so. I think that's his goal.
Him-
It was
See,
Aguero's, but
I love that
Anyway.
them and PSG, they just cannot seem to buy a fucking Champions League.
can't buy success.
You
brother.
know why?
That sort
It's
of thing.
because look at Real Madrid as an example. Look at City's team, the players, and look at the players on PSG, and look at the players at Real Madrid. But Real Madrid just have that winning DNA to them. Just something about that
Hey,
fucking club.
I like that. Nice.
yeah.
Anyway, yeah, they do.
Yeah.
They do. I
It's
think
like it's not. They're great players. Don't get me wrong. It's a great team, great players, but it's not Messi, Neymar, and Mbappe great.
no.
Like Benzema is probably the only one that gets in
Oh,
even
Vinny.
him,
Hey, no, bro. Benzema, that guy has been one of the
Yeah,
best
Ballon
centre
d'Or?
forwards for years.
yeah,
For
It was-
years.
he was just outshone by Ronaldo back then, but he was still amazing. I think
Yeah.
the only even back then the only player I thought that could possibly replace him was Lewandowski.
Yeah, for sure. And
I
I
was
think
like,
they were in
no
the
one else,
midst
yeah.
for him, I think, before he even left for... No, he wouldn't have been, because Benzema would have been doing
Yeah.
well. But, yeah, anyways. I think there were talks of him going to Real, but...
Yeah, I think
um,
Benzema gets his Ballon d'Or this year.
Oh, yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Like, I
Yeah.
was watching... I came across a video of the two legs with City Real,
Yeah,
and dude, I was like, this guy has to win.
yeah.
He's won the
Who-
Champions
who,
League.
Who else will get it? Who's the final three this year?
Mbappe's up there for sure.
Mbappe,
After the season, he's
Ben,
had
Benzema, Mbappe, Salah.
no,
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 Haaland?
no, Haaland. No, I don't think so. I don't think. I think
Is
those
this-
two.
I think does Messi get in there just because it's Messi?
Oh, he didn't get the nomination. I don't think.
Hasn't he?
No.
Is there like
He
a
didn't- no,
what's
he
the
didn't.
shortlist at the left?
No,
at the
it wasn't.
moment?
If Ronaldo's in there, but Messi isn't. What's the other way around?
Really?
Oh my god, I feel so stupid if I got that wrong.
Shortlist 2023.
No,
No,
Messi's
no,
not there.
2023.
Messi's not in there.
Messi and Neymar miss out.
Yeah, and Neymar. Yeah, I'm
Ooh.
not surprised. Neymar's a bit. I don't know.
I think.
I can't say it entirely, but I don't think. Yeah, Neymar.
Darwin Núñez is in there though. Sebastian Haller.
What? Darwin Núñez? Are you
Yeah.
serious? Haller?
Sebastian Haller. Remember he was at
No,
he was at West Ham.
Oh
Yeah.
my god! What? Fair enough. I don't
I
know
think-
what justifies like a vote in this system, but
Yeah. I think
um,
Benzema wins it. I think Mbappe is second, and I don't know about third actually.
who's in there, man?
Courtois,
Courtois.
Rafael Leao.
Courtois will be
Yeah.
up there for sure. Yeah. After that performance in the final.
Oh, that was ridiculous.
Man. That guy, he's just. I don't know. He was. Sometimes he's so useless,
Yeah.
but too bad, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It was an amazing game.
Yeah.
Man of the match.
Yeah, it
I'm pretty
was.
sure he got.
he did.
Yeah.
he did.
Crazy stuff.
Yeah, he did. But look, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
I know Benzema won European Player of the Year, I believe, because they did. They was it. What's the one that they present with at the Champions League? Oh no, it was just Champions League Player of the Year for last season.
Mm.
So at the Champions League draw for this season, they handed out the awards for last season.
Yeah. Okay.
Or it's some award, but it was best European player or best player in the Champions League, and it was Benzema.
Yeah, Benzema's gonna win the
Obviously,
Ballon
he
d'Or.
should win it.
I'm gonna call it now.
Yeah.
Benzema wins Ballon d'Or, then Mbappe second. If Mbappe wins it, I don't
Surely not.
I don't feel like the vermin from FIFA got taken out properly, because that is anyway. It's not going to that corruption.
It's like
Scandal. I don't know how the bloody World Cup's at Qatar either.
How Lewandowski doesn't have a Ballon d'Or.
Don't get me started on that, bro. That was sickening. It's actually sickening. He did everything he could
Yeah.
and nothing, bro. Messi.
Well, first they just cancelled it, and then the next year he probably still should have won it, but Messi got it. I don't know, man.
I still remember when they cancelled it, and I'm like, why? Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like,
Yeah.
just everyone played the same amount of games. Just what is the best player? Put an asterisk on it, maybe. Up to you, but no.
I don't know.
You need to be rewarding that. But look, like I was going to bring up, Qatar, the World Cup.
Yeah. Very soon.
Do you think it should be there, first of all? I get it. After the amount of money they've invested, same as FIFA.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so now.
Yeah.
But they've had a long time to sort of reverse the decision, but they never did.
Nah. Well, I don't know. Like, just
Australia
let
was
it-
in the
let it-
bid.
let it go,
Was
like,
in the mix for it too.
yeah. I don't think Australia's got maybe enough stadiums for it. Like you've got
come on, bro. You
I
think
don't know.
think about where
other than,
these.
other than the MCG and Marvel, right? What's the capacity at interstate? 'Cause
Okay, so
what
you
are we
got
gonna play?
let's
World
go
Cup
start
games
from the
at
top.
Fucking Amy Park.
Yeah, you can. It's like 45,000 there.
Yeah, it's not that bad, but I don't know about interstate though.
Think about
Like,
the
what is it,
the
it's gonna be
stadiums
Melbourne?
in Qatar aren't going to be like 70, 80,000. Some of them are going to be 50,000 too,
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah, I guess. But
Alright,
there's
let's
there
suss
is
it
a-
out.
I think it's a.
Let's suss it out. I want to see
they-
Qatar
'cause-
Stadium.
You'd have to. There'd have to be no AFL on. There'd have to be no other sports on because there'd be that many games that have to be played.
That's a problem, bro. Here we go.
Yeah.
Look. So the Khalifa International Stadium, 45,000. Jassim bin Hamad Stadium, 15,000. So there's definitely
Alright, yeah, fair
stadiums
enough.
that
Yeah, okay.
you can definitely. Okay. So I think the headline feature stadium has 80,000. So that's
Okay.
that's the
Yeah,
G for us.
yeah, that's the G, yeah.
60,000 is the next one, and that has to that's
yeah, alright.
Etihad. That's
Alright.
that's Marvel.
I'll take it back. We could do it. We could do it, but
Melbourne would
It
have to
can't- it
be
can't
the,
be
the main
the main spot. But
location.
it has to be. It'd have to be all over Australia.
No, wouldn't it?
What you gonna
Adelaide
play? You're
Oval?
gonna play.
You've got I wouldn't say Tassie. You wouldn't have Tassie because what are they?
No. I'm saying the
Tasmania,
World
yeah.
Cup can't just be Melbourne. It has to be
No, of course
Australia. Yeah, because you can't play all the games. In
No,
three,
like
three
at the end of
stadiums.
the day, like all the World Cups aren't in one city anyway.
Yeah, it's
they
true,
they
yeah.
bounce around. You got a 40. You got a 60,000. You got a 80,000.
Yeah.
You got a 60,000. Al Khor.
Yeah.
Sorry about my pronunciation. It's terrible. I know. Al Wakra. Oh my god.
So
40.
yeah.
Al Ryan 40. Anyway, I'm just gonna go 40, 40, 40, 40. So
Yeah.
they
yeah, it
just
could happen.
mass produced all of these stadiums, obviously. And
Yeah.
I'm telling you now, we have the Gabba, we've got the ANZ Stadium, or Core
Yeah.
Stadium, whatever it is
Yeah, yeah,
now, Core Limited Stadium. You've got the SCG,
Yeah.
you've got the MCG, you've got
No,
Amy Park.
maybe it's 'cause
you've got a
none
lot
of
of
them-
stadiums.
None of them are dedicated football.
We would
grounds.
make, but we would do that.
could.
But
I do remember.
also,
I do
we would build
remember-
another stadium somewhere then, if that's the case. Adelaide Oval
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
Adelaide Oval would be, I don't know,
think we can make
it's
it work.
pretty, it's pretty,
Play some at the Oakley
Why?
Cannons ground around the corner.
yeah, man. We'll go to Bob Jane. No, not Bob Jane. What is
So
it
I
these
picked up-
days?
Last night I picked up my brother from the Oakley Cannons MacArthur game.
Oh, MacArthur, yeah.
Yeah.
How'd that go?
5-2.
MacArthur.
5-2 MacArthur, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, bro, that
Yeah.
13-year-old
came on.
whatever?
Yeah. Love
What
it.
the
Love
hell,
it.
man?
I love it. My brother knew a few of the guys from Oakley. They
Yeah,
were playing
yeah.
for Oakley Cannons. Apparently one of his mates scored and they all went off.
Was it a friendly or Australia
It
Cup?
was Australia Cup.
Australia Cup,
Australia
yeah.
Cup, yeah.
It's not FFA anymore, is it?
No, I think it's just Australia
Yeah.
Cup.
Look, in all honesty, when it comes to A-League and the Australian League, I used to love my National Premier League, or back in the
Yeah,
day, I don't even
NPL.
know what it was called, but yeah, NPL, my Kingston City days where
Yeah,
I used to play there and
Yeah.
used to watch seniors
Yeah.
after. And bro, they were the best times, bro. And I think that's where Australia needs to build on. Those experiences there is what makes people fall in love with the game. And
Yeah.
starting it from the ground up, I think has been heavily. I think there's been a lot of investment, but it hasn't been invested in the right ways. It's not the money, the funds aren't being pointed in the right direction. And you see it now with Australia and the team that's gone in Qatar.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm
We just
25 years
scraped
old
in
now,
there,
yeah.
Yeah.
And football back then was pretty big.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it started growing a lot with the A-League coming in. And by 2010, the A-League was huge. In Melbourne, anyway, I can
Yeah.
talk for. You had Western Sydney Wanderers who piggybacked on what Victory were doing.
Mm-hmm.
And you saw the atmosphere at their stadiums. And you saw the players coming through there. And you saw the foreign players that wanted to come too. And then you know, we did all right going into the World Cup in 2014.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and but then it dropped off after that because you saw the A-League dropped off because it was just like a domino effect, man. It's like the atmosphere
Yeah.
dropped away. It came from both directions. The atmosphere dropped away from the A-League. You got grassroots not producing as great players.
Yeah.
And it meets in the middle. And there you got what you've got. You got a mediocre crowd. You got a mediocre level of being in the A-League.
Mm-hmm.
And you got okay talent. But it's just we haven't won a game at the World Cup for
Yeah.
how many World Cups now?
The only
The
highlight
last
I can
two
think
times
of,
we qualified.
Yeah, the only highlight I can think of is Cahill scoring. Honestly.
How that didn't win any award,
Yeah.
how Rodriguez won over Cahill is beyond me.
I don't know.
It was. Look, I'm not taking anything away from
James, that World Cup for James was ridiculous.
Oh, it's
Apparently,
great
James might sign for
Olympiacos.
Olympiacos.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's cool.
We got
That is
Marcelo
cool.
as well, and bro, if that's the reception Marcelo got, bro, James
Yeah.
is gonna get an even better reception.
Yeah.
But
that's
look,
cool.
I think Australia. I think we need to really. There's a massive in terms of like we need to introduce everyone knows what I'm about to say. We need a relegation promotion
Yeah, that's what I was
system.
gonna say too.
We
Yeah.
need something that's going to work, or else we are just going to get
Yeah.
worse and worse and worse, and we're not going to qualify for 20 plus years like we didn't last time before our gold
Yeah.
generation. And our gold generation came up through the National Soccer League, man. They came
Yeah.
up through the state leagues and then
Tim
got
Cahill,
poached
Harry
by
Kewell.
the overseas teams, you know? So I'm just so over this. It's like the writing's on the wall with
Yeah.
what Australia needs to do. It just is.
A
Man.
relegation, I think you can say more money, but like who's going to pump more money into it?
Yeah,
I
bro,
don't
I'm
know.
sorry, but the FFA, whatever they want to call themselves, have had enough time
Yeah.
to figure it out. They brought in the I don't even know what his position, chairman or whatever,
Yeah.
from the NRL, who grew that league. But anyway, if you look at the NRL and their attendance, not great outside of New South Wales anyway.
Yeah. It's literally New
Gallup,
South Wales sport.
Dave Gallup, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. I don't know what the hell's going on. Honestly, it's just to a point where I don't even bother staying up to date with some things because it's just you don't see it to be going anywhere, and it's just like okay. And I feel like that's the same with the supporters, same with the players. They're like, what am I gonna do now? Like I know some boys are playing state league here in Victoria, and it's just like. They're not really. They take it seriously, but they don't. It's sort of just like obviously you got lifestyle changes as well in your lives and everything like that. But all I'm saying is Australia just take it more seriously because there's heaps of untapped potential. That's it.
Yeah.
And if we want to make roads to doing well in the World Cup, like your Iceland's, like come on, man, they've got 300k people in their country, and they're making quarterfinals.
Yeah.
Come
that
on,
was
bro.
crazy.
Come on, bro. Like. Just fucking surprises me. Just surprises me where we're at. But anyway, I think let's see what happens with the World Cup. See what happens. How it all turns out.
We'll see
how people react to it.
Yeah.
I don't think there will be a good reaction. I think some things might happen in terms of the cultural clash. In terms of the Western world meeting, the Middle East.
Yeah.
I'm not saying every country in the Middle East is terrible or anything like that, but it's like there are massive cultural differences, and it's like let's just see how the worlds collide. Anyway,
Yep. All right. I think we've been going for about an hour and a half.
That's it.
I think roughly, almost 2.
Wow. Okay.
So,
well, we've
I
been
think
battling on a lot. Huh? Let's
round it off with some predictions
Here we go.
for the next Premier League game week.
All right.
It's gonna be interesting because it's been a week. So some teams, the teams that didn't have Champions League, have had almost 2 weeks off.
Good point. Very good
Could you
point.
say
Could
there
that
was
be
the
an
one-
advantage or a disadvantage?
No, because there's their game, first Champions League game week, they got Tuchel sacked, right?
Yeah.
Then a few days later, all those games got postponed. Then, a week and a half off. So then there's the Champions League that happened this morning,
Yeah.
Or yesterday.
Yeah.
And then we've got game week 8 of the Premier League coming up. And a few games of them, I think 2 games got postponed as well. Yeah, Brighton Palace got postponed. United Leeds got postponed.
Yeah, I know,
and
yeah.
Chelsea Liverpool got postponed.
Okay.
So, we've still got a few games, but yeah, so most of these teams have had a bit of time off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Look, we'll see, man, because I think a lot of unprecedented stuff's happened in the last few weeks, and
Yep.
look, I think a lot of those teams have gone out. It's like, all right, boys, just another game now. Let's get back into it.
Yep.
Let's go through the teams. Let's go
Alright.
through the fixtures. Let's see where they're at. We'll go
Ready?
from there. Yeah.
We've got Villa at home to Southampton.
I think this is look, they drew to City. I understand that, but I think if it's a bad loss,
Yeah.
I'm touching on my Stevie G nerve
Yeah.
here. I think he's gone. I don't think he stays. I think
Yeah.
if they lose that, he's out the door. He's
Yeah.
out the door. He can't.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but like if you look at the table where Villa's at the moment, versus like where they want to be and where they were
Yeah.
when they got rid of Smith too, like I don't know, man. I think you've got to take all that into consideration. Like at the end of the day, like
I'll tell you, Villa is 17th.
yeah, they lose, he's done.
Southampton's 12th.
Southampton, I don't know how they do it every season. I seriously do not know.
They're just there.
They're an anomaly. That squad, but
I actually
they'll lose 14-0, and
yeah.
far out, man. We've been speaking for so long, my brain's fried, but even the manager will still keep his job.
Yeah.
So I ultimately
Hassan
think
Hutel at Southampton.
that's the one. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So I feel like ultimately
Give us a score.
Southampton,
Give us a score prediction.
Southampton 2-0.
2-0.
2-0.
Okay.
I think Villa struggle to score.
I
yeah.
think because it's at Villa Park.
I don't care. I seriously do not care. Nah,
I don't see many goals in this. I think it's a 1-1 draw.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty
I don't know,
realistic.
yeah.
It's pretty realistic. Look, like I said, Stevie G nerve
Stevie G,
got a
he's
little-
getting taps.
but I feel confident he won't have a job.
Yeah.
He's getting sacked in the morning.
I think Southampton score first, and then Villa get an equaliser late. That everyone's going to go off because they've saved Gerrard's job, but he's only going to last a few more games, if that.
No, yeah. It's more realistic.
It's going to be huge, but
That's more realistic. But no, Villa. Look, let's look at the table. West Ham and Leicester are still
in relegation.
relegation, bro.
that's
Villa can
crazy.
drop
Well,
further. They
technically-
bloody can.
Technically, West Ham and Villa are equal, I believe.
You're right. They're bang on, but I think
Yeah.
because Villa scored more goals, they're above them.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So ultimately, Villa lose. Stevie G sack. Done.
All right. Next game, we've got Forest, who second last, but I reckon they've been playing well. I like their performances.
They're not bad.
So it's Forest at home to Fulham.
Fulham win that. Fulham at home to Fulham. Fulham win. I want to say 2-1. Yeah. Hendo's been playing great, but I think Mitrovic and I think their front line Pereira. I think they're good. I think Fulham are decent, and I went into this season not thinking Fulham would be the same old
Mitrovic.
story. It's not going to be like a Norwich Fulham
Yeah.
exchange again.
Yeah.
I don't feel like that. So yeah, I think Fulham 2-1.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I think another draw 2-2.
Okay.
I reckon.
Yeah.
We're pretty close with what we're saying.
Yeah,
A little bit.
Don't worry, bro. Let's go fuck myself. It's fine.
Next. Oh, and I think Mitrovic scores at least once. But
Look, he's
I'd
fine.
put a lot of money on that one.
Yeah.
Next, we've got Wolves at home to Manchester City.
That's tough because Costa's first game.
Costa's first game.
Yeah,
Do you reckon
got
he plays?
Costa.
He hasn't played for, 6 months or something?
It depends how they want to
So,
play. I don't know.
I don't know.
If
Maybe
he's
he comes
2 or 5.
on at the end. I don't know if he's
Could
got
be-
the fitness at
Could
the
be like a
moment.
I don't know.
My first thought was 4-1 to City. Obviously.
4-1.
4-1.
Wolves can play a
Oh,
five
they
at the back
can.
though. They can really lock out teams. So I think it depends,
you know what?
bro. It depends because whether
Yeah.
their wingers
Yeah.
can create enough, I
Yeah.
don't know yet. I don't
I
know.
don't know.
We'll see.
I think Podence and Neto are very good.
I think
But-
City are going to
well,
be
you know what?
very because City rely a lot on pressing teams into their defensive third,
Yeah.
but Wolves have the pace to run through them, and Pep likes to have 3 at the back, right, allowing the two
Yeah.
while they're advancing, and their fullbacks push inside.
Yeah, they
Now
do.
whether Wolves
City-
get the
City
ball
turns
quick
into
and
like a
put it over the top, I don't know.
3-5 sort of. It's,
But that's
yeah.
why they can just suffocate.
Yeah.
You know.
Maybe.
I think City. You have to be. I don't want to say a draw. Potentially like a 2-2, but I think City. I think City 3-0.
See how I know I do. See.
No, I said 2-2, but I think City 3-0. 3-0. They'll break.
I'm gonna say 2-1 City.
Yeah, that's
I think
decent.
I think City have all the possession, manage to get 2 in, but Wolves will get 1 on like a counter, because that's the only way. The only way I see Wolves scoring is on a counter. They've got no. They signed a new striker. Got injured straight away. What presence do they have up front? They have,
Wolves?
Yeah.
Jimenez.
Isn't he injured?
Is he?
Is he not injured? I thought he was injured. I know they signed another striker and they got injured
He's
first
a
time.
few days. He might be back.
Oh, maybe back.
He might be back. That's what
Ooh,
I thought there
okay.
was. I thought
Okay.
there was talk about Jimenez coming back, but
I know, because that's why they got Costa, because Jimenez was injured. They signed another striker that got injured in his first game,
yeah, okay.
and then they got Costa. But I don't think Costa's fit enough to start yet. Maybe come on at the end.
Yeah, I think.
I'm gonna say 2-1 City.
Okay, done. Easy.
Yep.
I reckon three at the City.
Next game's Brighton Palace postponed, and now you've got Newcastle Bournemouth.
Newcastle. Eddie Howe, bro, he's a great,
Is
great.
St. Max still injured? ALM.
I'm not
No,
too sure.
ASM. Alan St. Maximum. Yeah, ASM. I said ALM for some reason. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know what's going through your head at the moment, bro. I don't know.
And we're going
You
for
alright?
2
You all
hours,
good?
alright?
I know, man. I can't believe how long it's been. All right, let's have a look at the lineup. He's doubtful.
Yeah.
He's doubtful.
Yeah. Still.
Far
Still.
out. Gimeras. I don't know how to say his name, bro.
Bruno Guimaraes.
No, Wilt, bro. They've got some injuries. They've got some injuries, but I still think Newcastle. At home.
I was gonna say 3-0, but that's a lot of injuries. So I'll say
I think Bournemouth with a cheeky goal in there. I don't know how, but 2-1 Newcastle.
I'll say 1-0.
3-1. 3-1
Yeah.
Newcastle. What do you
I'll
reckon?
say 1-0. Because Bournemouth, I've seen how Bournemouth play. They just sit back.
Where's
They
Newcastle
they
from?
throw everyone in the box.
Yeah.
in their defensive box and just sit there.
Probably the back 11.
Yeah. But yeah, Newcastle's looking good.
They are looking very good, but
That's
those are some notable players out though.
Yeah, that is. What I was going to say earlier about the Premier League, this season especially, I think we're seeing a super Premier League.
Yeah, I know.
I think apart from Bournemouth, pretty much every team has a good team.
and they can bring it.
That
They can
perform.
definitely bring
You
it.
can see Leeds absolutely destroyed us.
I know. That was bad.
Fucking Brentford absolutely destroyed you. GG.
Don't pull out your hand,
Oh.
you piece of shit. Alright, fine.
Oh,
I
there
don't
we
leave
go.
you hanging, bro. I don't want to leave you hanging. But
But
I
like,
don't know,
so
man.
I think on their day, any team can beat any team, apart from Bournemouth.
Bournemouth and no one can beat City.
Yeah, that's different.
Apart from that, inside those
Like,
two,
even- but, like,
that 18
You
there is
you
competing.
see how Newcastle played against City, 3-3, like, and if you did you watch that game?
Yeah, absolutely, I bloody
And, like,
did, man.
It's not like
Pro
Newcastle
Wilson
sat
turned up.
back and just played the counter attacks. They were actually
Brought it to
playing,
them.
bro. They were playing.
Oi, City. I haven't seen them struggle
Yeah.
for like that in a long time, bro.
Proper.
That's where I'm like, we'll see what happens
Yeah.
with City.
Yeah, but this problem with
Haaland
City
settled
is,
in now.
yeah, when they did score, it looked like just nothing. Like De Bruyne just puts
I know,
this cheeky
yeah.
little ball through.
De Bruyne
and
is a
it's-
freak, isn't
yeah.
he? He's just a freak. Anyway, we've spoken about that
Anyway,
guy. He's a magician. We'll
yeah.
speak about him, I'm sure, a lot more.
Next game, Tottenham at home to Leicester.
Nah, Tottenham, go right through him. Richarlison, hat-trick. I'm not even joking.
Ooh.
Richarlison, he's gonna...
Yeah.
He was in amongst it against... oh my goodness. Why my memory is so cooked. Sporting.
Yes.
He was in amongst it against Sporting. He couldn't score, but he's still in there. Still Kane with his creative ability, Son's pace up front.
Son finally get his goal?
Kulusevski, huh?
Son finally get his goal this year. He hasn't scored yet.
Yeah, well, yeah, potentially.
Finally. First
Potentially,
goal.
I
Yeah.
think Richarlison is going to clean up. I think he's a phenomenal player, and I think it was a great bit of business from Tottenham to sign him. And yeah, I think they're pretty safe. They're pretty safe in that game. I reckon. I think
4-0
Brendan.
Spurs.
I think Rogers goes as well. I think it's gonna be two managers
Yeah.
going.
Big loss.
Bro,
Rogers time.
Leicester's in trouble there as
Yeah,
well,
they are,
man.
they
Like
are.
if you've got Tuchel coming out too, I just don't get it.
Leicester need a bit of that ruthlessness.
They do. So Leicester is bottom, dead bottom. Like they are scoring a goal every two that they cop.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Anyway, Tottenham 4-0. Rogers sacked.
I reckon 4-0
A bit more.
bit of a shout. No, I think it's a bit too much.
Too much.
You reckon 4-0?
You said it's a Richarlison hat trick,
And that's
but
it.
4's too much.
And that's it.
Just that.
I
That's
think
it.
just that. I
Okay.
think Son,
3-0.
Son, Kane potentially creating it for him. That's what I meant. Yeah,
Kulusevski on the bench.
Kulusevski or Perisic. I don't know who's going to start.
Oh, Perisic's balls in from the corners. They give me nightmares. Perisic's balls in give me nightmares.
His ball's deep in the box, bro. His ball's deep in the box. Oh man, I gotta shut up. I'm hoping no one's gonna that I know is gonna. No, sorry. I hope no one that I hope that is listening. That I hope isn't listening is listening.
You get that, guys?
Did you understand
Get
that?
that? Yeah.
Bro, I need to shut up now. Anyway,
Where's the score?
so 3-0 Richarlison scores.
3-0. Yep.
I reckon,
Next, Brentford at home to the mighty Gunners.
yeah. Oh, Gunners. Brentford are good, but
Yeah.
they're pretty similar. But I think not similar in terms of ability.
I think is it?
Brentford can bring it, but I think it's gonna be a 3.
I'm pretty sure there's Zinchenko and Partey are injured. Oh, they were last game. They might be back now.
Let's see. Let's see, mate. Now, let's go to the preview. It's an early kickoff too for us. Anyway,
Yeah, 9 p.m. That's early.
Suarez
So I
Road.
think
Elnett. Excuse
The
me.
Wolves City game as well is at 9:30 for us.
Yeah. So I think Arsenal.
What
Two
have we got? What injuries we got? Smith Rowe, Elneny, Partey,
Cedric.
Partey.
Cedric, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
Cedric. Emil Smith.
Yeah, no. 2-0 Arsenal.
Elneny. Wait, Partey. What about their holding? What about their midfielders though? That's what I'm a bit iffy about.
Maybe.
Look, let's see.
I like Brentford. I like Ivan Toney. I reckon.
He's
He's
such a smart ass though.
Chelsea should have got him and not Aubameyang.
I think.
I'd take him over Aubameyang and Ronaldo.
100%. Yeah. You know what?
Great.
I think 2-2 Brentford Arsenal. I don't think
That's
they've
what I
got
was
the
about
midfield.
to say. That
I-
was what I was about to say.
I think 2-2.
Yeah.
You're right, Tony.
I was about to say.
Yeah. 2-2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good insight. I
Yeah.
think. I don't think Arsenal's. Bro, Granit Xhaka is for the tip. I don't care what anyone says.
He's there for the leadership at the moment, I think.
Yeah, he's
They've got,
he's one
the rest of the
oldest in
team's
squad.
young. The rest of the team's young.
Rest of the team's young and Lokonga. I don't know.
I think
how-
Odegaard's taken the captaincy, though.
He has,
Yeah.
yeah. So we'll see. Yeah, but Xhaka lost the captaincy a few years ago because he's being an idiot. Like,
Yeah, he
came off
was.
the field and just told
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
supporters
you're right.
go fuck themselves. Like,
Yeah.
you're like, jeez, man. Anyway.
All right. One last game. You ready?
Yeah, what is it?
Everton at home to West Ham.
Oh my god.
Both struggling.
Nah, Everton.
West Ham
No,
18th,
I
Everton
don't believe
16th.
in Everton at all whatsoever. I think West Ham have just had a really slow start to the season. I think Anthony will the
Antonio.
biggest Antonio.
Yeah.
Mikel Antonio, biggest dick in the league. I think
Oh,
he's
yeah.
gonna whip it out.
There's a
and-
whopper on that lad,
Yeah.
obviously. There's a whopper on him.
Yeah, so Antonio, I think, I think West Ham are ready to ignite again.
Yeah.
I think they've got a good team. They've got a cat beater in the back. In good old Kurt Zuma. I'm surprised he went there. If I'm honest, from you boys, I'm really surprised.
Well, where else would he have gone? I don't know.
He was he's a pretty decent centre back.
He
I
was
thought he
alright.
could have gotten any other.
I don't know.
route,
That
but
period of time was
he wa-
weird. We got rid of him. We got rid of Tomori. And then Lampard was still complaining about. No, wait, was it? Yeah. So Lampard's best pairing was literally Zuma and Tomori, and you could see that because he was complaining like Rudiger and Christensen weren't working in a back four,
Yeah.
and then, but for some reason the only two to leave was Tomori and Zuma. It was a bit odd that time. I don't know. And then he ended up getting sacked anyway, and Tuchel came in, and then Rudiger and Christensen. Rudiger became one of the best in the Premier League, arguably.
I don't know how that happens.
Anyway, that was a bit weird, but
I think that's a product of the the change in ownership and not being able to sign him on further because of what was going on last year. And I don't blame Chelsea for that. I think it was just like he got an opportunity.
Yeah, I think
to leave.
Silva came in at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I
Anyway,
think
so-
West Ham get it done over Everton. I think
Okay.
2-0.
Is Dominic Calvert-Lewin back? I just want to know that. Is he back?
I don't care if he's back. I really don't care. I think he's overrated as anything. I think he had one good season.
It's the poacher. As the James Rodriguez falls into the box.
Exactly right, bro. Like, no, he needs maybe he just needs a better creative player behind him. I don't know, but he's not getting it. He's not getting it, bro.
No, I'm gonna say 1-0 West Ham.
Bro, I was just about to say that too. I was
Yeah.
literally just about to say that
Yeah.
too. 100%.
Yeah.
1-0 West Ham.
There's Anthony Gordon. I don't know.
No,
They're relying on him way too much.
they're terrible.
when
Everton are going to get relegated. I'm calling
No.
it. I'm
Yeah.
calling it. Everton are getting relegated. They don't have a team. They've got nothing.
I think Lampard's a decent manager. I just think the team's shit.
I think it's both. I
Yeah?
think it's both.
Oh.
I don't think he's a good fit. I don't think. Look, it's a different thing saying he's not a good fit, but I don't
Yeah.
think Lampard is what everyone thinks he is. I think he got lucky with, coaching Mount at Derby,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the youngsters coming
He
through.
got that
once
Chelsea
he
kid
came-
was too early. It was the transfer ban that no one else would have taken. We needed someone there.
And Lampard did very well. Look, and it's sad that he went, but I think Everton did a panic. They panicked, hired him. I don't think he's.
He was pretty much all that was available, to be honest. I don't think there was anyone else really. He managed to just keep them.
Wasn't
afloat.
Zizou around then?
Like he's going to Everton.
Ancelotti
No.
did.
Yeah, he did.
Nah, you're right. There's no one with the likes of Everton that want to go there. No chance. But anyway, so that's it, mate. I think
That's it.
I think we can wrap up there.
Yeah.
I think it'll be an interesting week in football, and we'll see. Look,
We'll
we'll
see.
whatever happens between now and the next time we're on,
Yeah.
we'll probably have a couple of weeks break.
Yeah.
Just to figure out what we need to improve on. Also, take some time away.
I am
figure it
going
all out.
away.
Yeah,
I'm going
so
away for
I think it comes at a good time, bro. I
yeah.
think it comes at a good time. 10 days or so.
Yep.
Yeah. So hopefully we get this done.
And then-
Look, we'll see, yeah. I think we'll get this done sooner rather than later for sure.
Lovely.
For sure. All right. Well,
I think that went fast.
it did, man. I can't believe.
Just like that.
I
I'm
can't
pretty
believe
sure.
it,
I'm
bro.
pretty sure we're almost at 2 hours. I think just under.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Well, it's 2
Yeah.
now. We started just after 12, I think. Let's wrap it up there. You do the outro. I did a bit of the intro. So
All right.
Go for it, mate.
Thanks for listening, guys. We'll be back soon. Chuck a like,
comment, subscribe. Like, ask us questions as well if you want.
For sure. I think I'm
I'd
more.
love to answer some questions.
Whatever we said today as well, I'd
Complete
love
waffle.
some feedback. Honestly, yeah, I'm all for the feedback. And like I said at the start, we don't know everything.
I love to
We're
be
talking
told
from-
that I don't know what the fuck I'm talking
I love,
about.
you know, what? I love it too because it gives me the chance to learn more, understand the game better,
Yeah.
and I've been following for a long time. But in terms of the real nitty gritty of it all, I think last few years I've really got into it, and
Definitely.
just open to suggestions. And thanks for joining, and for those who are here stuck around anyway, or if you've skipped through it, thank you anyway, and we appreciate it.
Awesome. Cheers, guys. Hopefully we'll see you soon.
Lovely. Take care.
Peace.